Good morning. Welcome to the Banter 2024 Dunn Cup. Proudly sponsored by the City Council of Townsville, Multicom, JCell, Glen Carroll and TK Power and Air, and of course the naming rights sponsors Banter Travel. We're about to start the second end on our TV ring. The players for THURINGOWA are Gary Costigan skipping, Fergie Watson playing 3, Peter Martin playing second, and Jimmy Seymour playing lead. For Collinsville, we have Steve Malone playing skip, Greg Betts is third, Graham Gordon is second, and Alex Wiper is lead. We've had some fairly inclement weather the last couple of days. We're hoping it's clearing now, but that is in the lap of the gods, and we won't know till Sunday whether we've got through successfully or not. I'd like to welcome Glenn Atfield, the match chairman for North Queensland District Men's Bowls Association, to the microphone.
Morning, Ron. How are you, mate?
I'm fine, Glenn. Yourself?
Yeah, good, bud. It's we're a little bit late this morning starting, but as you said, the weather has put us off just for that 5 minutes or so. So second end, THURINGOWA was successful on the first end, scoring 1 shot. So Jimmy Seymour's started off very well here. 2 great bowls.
We should also mention that North Queensland District Men's Bowls Association, it is their premier event and is becoming quite the thing around the district and around the state. We're very pleased to have Bowls Queensland President and Finance Director with us for the weekend, and also a warm welcome to Robbie and the media team.
Yep, Robbie got here late yesterday afternoon, coming from Glasshouse Mountains, and has done a fantastic job. The setup is unbelievable. It's all the work that he's done. There's a great bowl there too from Peter Martin. Close for shot maybe, but it's a bit hard to tell here on our screen exactly who's got shot.
It should be pointed out that this particular tournament we have a standalone live stream rink which has been set up, and the rest of the play is on a green behind us.
Yes, that's correct.
And the way they've set this rink up is absolutely magnificent. There's good spectator viewing both sides.
Yep, mate, the place is absolutely fantastic. To all the team here at Jubilee Bowls Club, they've done a fantastic job. The place looks a treat.
Yeah. They've worked very hard over the whole last 12 months, and they've really got their act together with it.
They have. As you said, for us to have a live TV rink here all on its own with the rest of the play behind the players, it's just fantastic. So every game that's on Rink 1 will be broadcast. 2 games today, 3 games tomorrow being Friday, 3 games on Saturday, 1 game Sunday morning, and then of course our final. The top 2 teams from each section will play off on Sunday afternoon.
Yep. We have 17 teams playing this weekend. Only 2 teams could not field a squad of 4 for the tournament.
Yeah, which was disappointing.
And this is the 82nd running of the Dunn Cup.
That's correct, yep.
The only time it hasn't been conducted was during the war.
Yes, that's correct. That was from 1941 to 1946. Sorry about that. So we've started off in 1937, but between 41 and 46 it wasn't played because of the war. So, as you said, Ron, 82nd running, quite a prestigious event for our district. 19 clubs now in our district, and 17 of them here this weekend. Unfortunately, 2 teams, Gold City out in Charters Towers and Hughenden.
were not able to attend.
Yeah.
Mainly because of their membership and the work their members do. Most of them are tied up in the mines, and it becomes very difficult for them to get away for a 5-day period or a 6-day period in the case of Hillingdon, because they've got a long way to travel to get here.
It's a good 4 to 4.5 hour drive, so quite a way.
That's correct, and it's very pleasing to see the inaugural club with the Dunn Cup, which is Home Hill, back in the fold, back playing for the first time in several years. They folded a few years ago and left the district, but they've reformed and back in full metal this year.
Yes,
that's very pleased to see them here.
Yeah, only just rejoined our district and bowls Queensland earlier this year. Played in our local pennants, and now in the Dunn Cup. And as you said, they were one of the 5 clubs that played in the first ever Dunn Cup.
Right, we have a situation at the moment looking in front of us.
Oh, they were just using the finger trick to see who's got shot, and I don't think either of them could determine who's holding. No. It's very tight head.
Gary's about to play his first bowl.
Undecided what to play.
And for those unaware, Gary is also a board member of Bowls Queensland, but we won't hold that against him. He looks like he's going to be a little bit short.
Yep.
Yep. As we heard from Gary then, didn't have the weight anyway. He wasn't all that impressed. Now this green is a carpet green, and so depending on the weather, if we still keep getting fine weather for the rest of the day, we'll find some dramatic changes in the pace of it. Steve's just snuck through there to the back. Great try.
Yeah, very close for shot.
Yep.
Collinsville could be holding by the looks of that.
I'd say so.
Gary's got better weight this time, is he?
Is he going to hold out? No, he's going to duck underneath.
He's short again.
Short again, yep.
Pushed his first one up, but no change, so still undecided then on who actually has got shot. Steve's in the area again. He's just going to cut into that front one.
He might have snuck in though. It's hard to say.
Oh, we need someone to... well, they've taken one bowl out. I think that was just one bowl. Oh.
Well, Jimmy Seymour's put the mat down, so...
Okay, so we moved the kitty then, so I think they're...
It's only going to be the one.
Yep, so one to THURINGOWA. No, one to Collinsville.
One to Collinsville. Sorry about that, Robbie. As Gary had his big front end in the camera at the time they pulled that bowl out, so we weren't sure which one they pulled out. And it's pleasing to see a club like Collinsville playing in the tournament this year. They're only a very small club in a mining area west of Bowen, and they do struggle to get players to be able to attend these events, again because a lot of them work in the mines.
Yep, Steve was telling me this morning they only have 20 members in their entire club.
Well, it's a great achievement. They played independence this year as well.
Yep.
And for those that aren't aware of the the area, the North Queensland district runs from Bowen in the south to McNade or Ingham area in the north, all the way out to Hughenden, and includes Magnetic Island. So it's a large regional area, and a lot of these clubs have fair distances to drive to get here, and they've got to take several days off to play in these tournaments.
Yep. Well, Collinsville, as you know, from Bowen, they go inland for about an hour.
An hour or so.
I think it's 90 kilometres or something like that.
That's right.
So it's, you know, it's a 3-hour trip for them to get here. And the guys from Bowen, they got 2 hours.
It's a nice start from Jimmy Seymour. He's just short of Jack Highball. Look at that.
Good correction from his first.
And we have Graham Gordon playing his first bowl now.
It's good to see a few spectators here too this morning.
Yes, considering the weather.
Considering the weather, yeah.
We had rain earlier this morning, but
at 8:30 we weren't looking real good to actually get started whatsoever today. So
no,
we
there's a lot of wet bodies around the place at that stage.
Yep. Peter's waving his hand.
He's
I don't think he likes.
Not happy with that. No.
Yeah, his line was good, just on his weight.
Yep.
So Dunn Cup running for 4 days. As I said earlier, 2 games today, 3 Friday, 3 Saturday, and 1 on Sunday morning.
That's right. We play into the night, Friday night and Saturday night.
Yep.
Play under lights.
We have 2 sections. Those 2 teams here are in Section 1. Section 1 consists of Jubilee, THURINGOWA, Noola, Cutharinga, Collinsville, Ayr, Suburban, McNade, Home Hill. And then of course that's being 9, so there's also a bye. This morning Team 6 Ayr has got the bye. They'll come and play a game this afternoon. Peter Martin just ran through with that one. And in Section 2 we have 8 teams, so they don't play a night game. Section 2, they play 2 games today, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday and 1 Sunday morning. Those teams are Ingham, Bowen, South Townsville, Brandon, Magnetic Island, Wangaratta, Alligator Creek and Guru.
They play, at this stage of the tournament, they play 21 ends, no time limit. Dead ends are dead ends, so it's not unusual to see a game go 3.5, sometimes 4 hours.
Yeah.
Obviously depending on the pace of the green.
Yeah.
I must admit I haven't timed this green this morning. Have you, Glenn?
No, I haven't, no.
I'm sorry, I'm going to stop calling you Glenn because that doesn't seem normal to me. Glenn is known as our muddy. We won't go into the way he got the nickname, but that's who we all know him as.
Yep. Robbie just saying it
took him 2 years.
Took him 2 years to find out what my real name really was. So, but that's, yeah, I've lived with Muddy now for a long time. So, what sticks comes around.
That's right. Oh, and there's still a lot of players in our district that wouldn't know what your name was. They know who you are.
Nicknames that everyone has, and then,
yep.
As you say, nobody knows. Fergie's close here. A little rub off that. No. I'd say Thuringowa could be holding 2.
Could be 2 by the look of it.
I'd say that bowl of Jimmy's a shot still, Jack High by the looks of it.
Yeah, I'd say is that Fergie or
no? I think it's Peter's bowl there.
Bowl. Oh, I'm not too sure. No, that's not got any stickers on it, so that's Collinsville's bowl.
Yeah, the one in front of that I think
might be. Yeah,
might beat that one because from the back angle it was quite a bit away, that bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to agree with you, Robbie. The blue bowl is the shot, and Collinsville have got the second shot at the moment.
Doug Powell has asked, is that Steve Malone from Blackall? Yarka.
We'll find out for you.
Mate, his name is Steve Malone. He's now in Collinsville. Possibly
good chance he was a miner, a coal miner.
So, mate, I don't know the answer to that, but...
well, between Blackall and Collinsville, there's a definite correlation between the mines.
Yeah, definitely. Fergie's telling Gary that he still likes theirs for shot.
Gary's a bit short on weight again.
Yep.
I guess he doesn't had his warm up this morning. Yeah. I'm not too sure whether the manager of THURINGOWA would appreciate him trotting out a rum at the moment. No change to the headers yet, so THURINGOWA is still holding shot.
Again, Gary's got a good line, just depending on his
weight again. I think he's
a bit better than the last one.
He's got a little bit better, but has he got there? I'd say that's definitely the shot.
Yeah, that's... Yep.
Two shots to THURINGOWA.
THURINGOWA.
How's the sky looking out there, Robbie? Bleak? Okay. Another shower soon, Robbie says. Okay. Well, Robbie would have a pretty good idea. He works all around the state, so he's possibly a better judge than the bomb. Yes. Okay.
Good weight.
Good weight from Jim.
Just a tad wide.
They all seem to be overcorrecting with their width at the moment. It's the first end they were crossing their head a fair bit. They're obviously trying to compensate and haven't quite worked out the grass yet. Just dropping a fraction short. Must be a metre or so short there. This looks like better grass from Jimmy. Depends on his weight. Yes, much better bowl. Good correction. Although he's crossed the head a bit.
Just ran on.
Yeah.
Cut his grass, but he'd give it a bit too much weight. Alex has got a good line here. Just no, but again, no weight. Oh, he did have the weight,
he
but
did have the weight, but
yeah, really cut his grass.
So it's, and the green will be changing at the moment because it was quite moist when they started, and it'll be starting to dry out a little bit. As I said earlier, there's, depending on the weather, there's likely to be all sorts of funny things happen with the pace of the green, because it is a carpet green.
Yep.
Oh, well, that was a little bit different. Almost looked like it might have been a slight bubble in the carpet then.
Well, they did say those types of surfaces, they get moisture.
And they will bubble underneath a bit.
They'll bubble underneath, so
Yeah.
I know the back green where most of the play is, it's got a few on it at the moment because of the rain.
Great correction from Peter Martin.
Peter Martin. Trail it back for 3 shots there.
Yep. We have been asked in the past, why do we pick certain clubs to host the Dunn Cup? Well, a very good answer to that, we don't. Part of the conditions of play and part of the rules, long-standing rules of Dunn Cup, is that the winners of the Dunn Cup get to host the event the following year. So North Queensland District Men's really have no say in where the event is played, and it's up to the holders of the cup that year to make their own determination on how they're going to host it. I must say that this year Jubilee have gone over and above to make sure that it's a memorable event for the players, spectators, and everybody.
Yep. The only time, as you know, Ron, that we get involved is if the club if they only had 1 green, and if we do need 2 greens to play on, that's where conversations between us as a district and the host club to determine where the overflow would go. There's a great bowl there. Unfortunately, put it back and 1 down, but he's not 3 down anymore. That was
a nice bowl from Greg.
Yep.
Yeah, if Gary liked to... Oh, no, we can still see the head there to some extent. I'll leave it up to Robbie to have a stern word to Gary.
There we go. Now he's removed his frame.
Yes. We're just having a bit of a wind-up because... and quite often it doesn't take much to wind Gary up. He's got a good sense of humour. He takes it in good part.
And as you say, it's just a bit early for him to have a rum yet, so he's probably tonguing for one, but just not yet.
I'm surprised he hadn't sent a messenger into Brian to get him a rum.
Oh yeah, the president of the board and board member.
Yeah.
I'm sure somehow that'll... oh yeah, that's not looking good,
No,
Robbie.
not looking good, mate. I assume those clouds are coming up behind us. Yeah, pretty much. As long as it's only showers, the game will continue. Yep, that's right. The cameras are all protected. And yeah, if the rain does come in and it gets to the stage where we've got to call the players off, we'll give them an hour and a half off in full, and before we call that particular game off. So we haven't had to do it too often in the past, but several years ago when we were playing up in Ingham, we had occasions where there was some fairly substantial rain and we had to call a particular game off.
Back in the days of the old grass greens. That everyone went before we changed. Collinsville's probably... Oh, Collinsville and Garoo.
Yeah, they're the only 2 grass greens left in the district now.
Yep, that's correct. And we actually have Garoo on the live stream this afternoon.
Yep.
Garoo's playing Bowen this afternoon. They're on Rink 1.
And again, Garoo's another one of the very small clubs in the region.
I don't think they'd even have 20, so they'd be in the...
They'd have 20 all up with their
ladies.
With their ladies, yep. But we encourage all the clubs in the district to participate in this event because it is a prestigious event.
Yep. Well, it's a very good money spinner for if you win this competition and you get the rights to host it the following year.
Financially,
it can be very good. As you know,
that's right.
We at THURINGOWA were lucky enough to win it a few years ago and hosted it the last time that the live streaming was in Townsville.
Yep, that's right.
And financially, very, very good for the club.
Yes, I still have nightmares about Rink 8.
Yeah. Yes, the dreaded Rink 8. Oh, didn't that set the boys from the...
Morning, Yogi. How you going?
Oh.
It's great to hear from you.
Hey, Yogi, how are you, mate?
What's it doing down your way? Raining?
Yogi is one of those few players that's actually played in this. Only ever played once and won it.
Won it, yeah, that's right.
Back in 2013, played with myself at THURINGOWA. Out at Thuringowa, we played Suburban in the final, and we were lucky enough to come away with the goods on that day. So, yeah, great mate of mine. Mate, hope everything's going well down there in Bundaberg.
And he's a great supporter of bowls and junior bowls as well.
Yes, certainly is. When he had his bowl shop there in Bundaberg, always helped out. Yes, raining all day.
Gary.
Yeah.
We know it's you, Gary.
Yes, we can tell that frame. Thank you, Gary. You beauty. Yeah, Gary just giving us a little smirk there.
Good start from Jimmy.
Jimmy's leading very well in this game. Yeah, Yog, we've had rain, mate, for the since Tuesday, on and off. It was quite heavy in some areas last night. Still raining early this morning. As I said, it didn't look good at 8 o'clock. But yeah, we've got a break, so...
Looked even worse at 7 o'clock, buddy.
Yep.
I'm sure you.
So here's hoping that we can get through the day without many delays. They may come off for 20 minutes here or there, or half an hour or whatever, but let's hope we can get the whole 21 ends in without too many delays.
And I must mention Townsville City Council, who have really come to the fore with this tournament. They've actually given it the status of a major tournament for the city, which was very pleasing to see given what's happening in the city this weekend. We have huge events going on all around the place. We have the Confraternity Shield, which is rugby league, all the independent secondary schools. We have the state netball schoolgirls titles going on.
And of course the big one tonight, the Women's State of Origin.
State of Origin at the Queensland Country Stadium.
Yep.
But all around town is a huge event. Plus we've got the show weekend here this weekend.
Yeah, long weekend. Monday being a public holiday here in Townsville.
Wednesday starts the V8s.
Yeah, that's
the supercars. They're on next weekend. So it's a big time for Townsville City Council and Townsville as a whole, and it's a great opportunity to showcase this magnificent area up north.
Morning to Nan Smith and Ray Robin Parker. Ray watching from Springwood. Sunshine here. Well, mate, we'd love a little bit up here. So
there's some very, very weak sunshine sneaking through every now and then, but
bit of sun's creeping through as we speak now, but you did see the photo of that sky before. There's only little breaks and it's more doom and gloom than...
It's not cold though. It's quite steamy at the moment, which is unusual for this time of the year up here. I mean, it's beautiful weather.
Well, most Townsvilleites, we don't own jumpers.
That's right.
It's very rare, but the odd occasion does come out.
There's Fergie just crossing the head just a fraction short.
Yep.
Thuringowa still holding one shot there. Could be two shots, I'd say. Mate, could it be three?
Yeah, depending on how far that Fergie's bowl's short. Collinsville boys just not finding their line and length at the moment.
Well, as you said before, Muddy, they're a grass green club.
Yep.
And they will possibly take the best part of this game to settle into the surface.
Yep.
The playing surface. But
and with it was a little bit disappointing. No one could roll up yesterday because of the greens. Unfortunately, with so much water on them.
Yeah,
so
nice bowl there from Fergie.
Yep.
About a metre behind, but
and that's in the count. So that's possibly 4 shots there.
Yep.
So far.
But having said that, though, Muddy, everyone starts on an even footing this morning.
Yeah, that's correct. Yes, it's an even playing field. Now Greg needs to know he's got no weight.
He's cutting the head fairway too.
Yep.
Well, his weight wasn't bad, but just his grass.
So Collinsville will be relying on Steve to try and get one in there to cut that back.
Yes, and Thuringowa will be relying on Gary to consolidate.
Yep, that's correct. No short bowls now.
And he's got an open draw coming into it on his forehand. It's open both hands for him because it's his bowl coming in on the backhand too.
That's correct, yeah.
Oh, I think he might be a bit wide for his bowl.
Here it's coming now.
It's coming now, yeah. He's only got to reach this back bowl of Fergie's. That's another shot.
That drew very nicely. So Steve, knowing that he's probably at least 5 down there, he's a bit of pressure on him. Again, his line's pretty good and weight. Just depends on his pace.
He's a bit unlucky there. Yeah. He's gone through those 2 bowls, and any touch on that wing bowl of Jimmy's might have made a difference.
Yep, could have sat there, possibly fell in and got shot. But
yep.
Gary's a bit tighter than his last bowl. Not by much, but should be in the count again. So unless he'll sit in front of that back red, yeah, that counts.
I'd say so.
So there's probably, I'd say they're holding 6.
Yeah, Graham was only holding down 4 fingers then. So.
Oh, okay. Steve's got, he's tight again. He needs to sit something.
He's got to sit something here. But
his weight's a little bit better, but he needs to sit that bowl and fall
in for shot.
Possibly shot.
I'd say that's shot.
Yes, that certainly is.
Great bowl.
So that's pressure for you, and Steve just handled it very well.
He's been around a few years, Steve.
He's no mug at the game. He's always out there trying.
That's a nice thing to see. See Steve there just turned the kitty around so the logo on the kitty was facing up. Makes it a lot easier to work out whether there's been a toucher or not.
Sorry, mate. Just had to speak to Peter for a minute. Peter Mulroney, our umpire for the 4 days with his helpers. Just confirming the ruling on if they're off the green for an hour and a half in straight concession. that the game will be abandoned.
So did that indicate that there's a share out there?
No,
It doesn't look like it.
No, but depends which way you look. Looking out towards the second green here behind us, which would be over towards Magnetic Island way, that's looking pretty good, but you look the other way, inland.
It's not looking flash there.
It's not looking flash whatsoever, so...
Let's say Mount Stewart might be covered in cloud at the moment.
Anyway, well, that's out of our control, unfortunately. We'll just, for the game of bowls and for everyone here, let's hope that we get a full day's playing.
Steve Malone's holding. He's got the shot here.
Yep.
Jimmy put his first bowl in the ditch, so that corrected reasonably with his second bowl. Right. Graham Gordon ran across the head there. Okay, over to you, Muddy.
Robbie would like to acknowledge and thank Greg Cuttress. He's a member here at Jubilee Bowls Club.
He's also one of our major sponsors.
Yep, he's down there on the bottom screen there next to Jubilee, Multicom. He has come to the party and helped Robbie out with all his internet. So he's got up to speed internet for the 4 days. Where we're located, we're 50 odd metres from inside the clubhouse, down the end of green number 1. So Greg, being right up with that technology, has helped Robbie out tremendously. So
he's one of Jubilee's major sponsors as well. So big shout out to Greg and thanks very much.
Yep, he's I'm sure he'll be here this afternoon in one of the tents.
One in, one out for Collinsville. So Collinsville now holding 2 shots.
A couple of shots, yes. Yeah, Robbie, you'll have Greg here, mate, all afternoon this half. I think he's got one of the tents with a few soft drinks, mate. So I think the soft drink spelt Corona, though, his soft drink.
Especially imported.
Yeah. No, I think he's quite partial to a Corona unless he's gone off them. I'm sure we'll be able to sit in his box this afternoon and maybe sample one of those. So
you won't be sitting in any box sampling anything, Muddy. Both Muddy and myself are also controlling body for the tournament for the weekend.
No drinkies for us
no
until...
Drinkies. Okay, Terry Hocking. Morning, Terry. You're watching from Perth. Is the sun shining over there? Well, you couldn't get 2 better commentators than Muddy and myself, so glad you're enjoying it.
Terry Hocking played a couple of games against Terry back in the day.
Terry is a past Dunn Cup winner.
Yes, he certainly is. Again here for Jubilee. I think that might have been 2010 or 11. Sorry, Terry, I don't remember the actual year, but I know you're
definitely there with the young guns.
It might have been, yeah. Jubilee won it in 2010 and 2011, and he's one of those teams, or he might have been in the 2015 side.
Michael, yes, he may well be an umpire because I'm an umpire, and it's the first thing I do too is turn the kitty so you can see the logo on top. Michael Flanagan from Cannon Hill.
Oh, wide Scotty says to say g'day. G'day, mate. How are you? I hope things are going well for you down Toowoomba. I think you've been posted to with the Army. He's played in, he filled in 1 year for Garoo when it was held at Cuthuringa, the Jake. So well done, mate. I hope things are going well for you.
Right, this is a bit of a test for Gary.
Yep.
He's definitely 2 down. Good.
First bit of pressure Gary's actually had on him.
I don't like the weight of this.
No, that's just draw weight. I think that's not what Fergie was asking for.
He might have. Depends on how far behind that back bowl of Collinsville is. It might have reduced it to 1.
Oh, Steve's got a good bowl here. If he sits that, he could be in
Sits
the
that,
count.
Could be.
Just depends.
And it's interesting to note too, Muddy, that we have 2 state squad players playing in this tournament this weekend. One in Justin Cribben, who's in the open state squad, and the other is Steve Motton, who's in the 40 to 59 squad, I think, or is it the over 60s?
No, he's
40 to 59s.
Yeah, yep. Steve Motton for South Townsville Bowls Club, and Justin Cribben, of course,
from Jubilee.
Locally here, Jubilee. They're humming and hawing. They're taking one out. And
congratulations to those 2 players. Again, proving that you can make the cut if you're a regional player. It's encouraging to see the number of regional players trying to achieve the cut of being named in a state squad.
Yeah, well, that just rocked that bowl, so I'd say it's only 1.
Yeah, but look at that. It looks like Gary's bowl is the second shot.
No, that dark blue one.
Okay.
Gary's was a bit shy, so I think it's 1 to Collinsville. Oh no, they're called an umpire. They can't determine it. Bet on my Roni, his little bag of tricks.
And while they're sorting that one out, again acknowledge all our sponsors and Jubilee Bowls Club for hosting this event. North Queensland District Men's Bowls Association conducting the event. City of Townsville, by far the major sponsors that have given financial and other support to Jubilee to host the event. Multicom, JCell, Glen Carroll, TK Power and Air, and of course the naming rights sponsors Gallivanter Travel. We do thank them all for coming on board. It does lighten the load a little bit when you get sponsorship, and these days, as everybody realises, sponsorship is almost essential to run events like this.
Certainly is a lot of work and effort goes into to running events, and of course all that comes with a cost. So muchly appreciated, all those people helping out.
And being a regional district, we don't necessarily get the same financial gain from the game that some of the bigger regions or districts down south get. So all this sort of sponsorship is well and truly appreciated.
Okay, so that's
not 1. Well, look at that.
Gary's was not closer before, so I would think maybe Collinsville's got 2 shots here. Yep.
It's 2 shots to Collinsville.
Two should make it 4 all after 6 ends.
Because Steve is the type of skip that is never going to give in.
No, yeah,
he's always going to be plugging away. And
Mark Simpson, Muddy, who is commentating with you? Mate, that would be Mr. Ron Mitchell, our district treasurer and secretary. Ronnie Mitchell, mate, back in your time was...
NQ president.
Yeah, NQ president. Was over at THURINGOWA and now is at THURINGOWA himself.
Jack of all trades,
yes.
master of none. And how are you, Mark? It's a long time since I've seen you and spoken to you.
Mark, he's again an ex-Dunn Cup player, won the event.
On the event, yep. For THURINGOWA.
Yes.
Nice start by Jimmy there.
Yep.
Although Jimmy's performing reasonably well, but I don't think he'd be very happy with his game so far. He's one of these players as a lead likes to be nailing it every time.
Mark's just put up 3 times. Mate, does that mean you've won it 3 times or have you've played in it 3 times? I know you won 1 for sure.
2012, I think, or not?
He was 2014. He was part of that team.
Yep.
That won it at THURINGOWA.
Well, they had multiple players that year.
I think they used 10 players. Some guys got crook. They couldn't get Gary Costigan out of bed one day.
Yeah.
He was that violently ill. So I know Simo was part of that side. Possibly could have been even 16 and 14. I'm not too sure, but
could have been even earlier than that, maybe. 2012, 2009, he could have been part of that side. Yeah, nice bowl there from Peter Martin.
Peter Martin, yes, lovely. After about 7 ends, Ron, I'll go and do a walk around the other green, mate. It's about
get some scores for
get
Robbie.
Some scores so we can post how everyone else is going. Third of the way through the game.
Just ran out of steam a little bit.
Okay, yeah, Mark 1-3, played in 6. We used 5 players with Vinnie Morgan and Lindsay Coves, filling in with Gary 2014. Yeah, it seemed like he used every player at THURINGOWA that year. But anyway, no,
they were still deserved winners at the end of
that's correct.
the day.
Yep. They again, anyone who can last 4 days and be on top at the end of it, they've done a fantastic job.
Nice bowl there.
Yeah.
Very nice bowl from Greg.
Yep.
He's cut
quite a few
quite
out.
a few out, actually.
Fergie's a bit wide and heavy there. Right there, mate. Bit of a little coughing splurt.
Oh,
See, even you're tonguing for a beer, and you don't drink.
I don't drink. Not till I get home anyway. I find it easier not to give the boys in blue any reason to pull me up but check me.
Yeah, that's correct. And there are plenty of them around.
At the moment, this weekend, they're all over the place, and understandably so too. There's a lot of
Well, just tonight.
visitors from all over the state and the Grey Nomads this time of the year.
You just got to look at tonight with the State of Origin here in town.
That's right.
Almost a sellout, so there's no accommodation in Townsville. As some of our bowlers found out weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks ago, that a lot of things were pre-booked.
Yep, that's right.
The only saving grace for all of our teams is that come Sunday afternoon, you know who's won it, you know where it's going to be played next year. You can get in early and
book accommodation. Okay, question from Ronnie Jepson, Muddy. How many times has Gary played in Dunn Cups? Ooh. He's been around a long time for Dunn Cups. We'll have to get back to you on that one, Ron. We'll find out for sure. Well, in my time, in 20 years that I've been with NQ, I can't remember in recent times when Gary hasn't been in the side.
Oh, great bowl there by Steve.
Yep.
Yeah,
Got the shot.
I don't think he played in the early 2000s.
Oh. He started out playing as a two, I think, in Thuringowa side.
Gary may have also played some games when he was with TBC.
Yeah, he could have. Yes.
Back when he was a younger fella. Obviously, our longest player ever to play Dunn Cup is Ren Cantatori, Mr. Dunn Cup himself. 49 Dunn Cups he's played in.
That's right.
17 wins.
6 runner-ups. And skipped 21 times.
Yep. Again, back in the day, some of those older fellas, and when I say older, they're older now, but Mark and David DiFrancesi, they'd be well into their 20s, as in how many games they've played. Me personally, I've played in 24. Michael Blake, I think, has played 17, and his has been consecutive.
Yep.
I think it's 17 for Michael.
Somewhere up there.
Benny Cribbin would be well up into the
teens.
Teens, yes.
Yeah. Well, Justin's starting to get up there too. Of course.
Yep. Played his first game, I think, when he was only 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Maybe 10 or something. He was just very young. Back in the day of eating Mars bars and Coke.
Coca-Cola.
Yep.
Yeah. He still drinks Coke.
Yeah. That's what we'll tell his mother.
Yes.
Yeah.
She won't believe us.
No, yeah, well, she works behind the bar here, so she knows him too well. He's taken after Big Brother.
Yes.
They're a good bunch of family. Great family, actually, Gribbins. Roscoe, he'll be floating around here somewhere, Dad.
He's a fair bowler in his own right too.
Yeah, he's not at Justin and Ben's level, but he's always out there to try and loves to give his best. And Chrissy, of course, she just won her A pairs here at Jubilee during the week. So she's become a bowler too because of obviously the boys and works here behind the bar. Great start there by Peter. Jimmy, I should say.
Jimmy, yep. He could be still a fair way behind though, Muddy. It's you get the bowl sitting there.
Well, we've played 7 ends here. Oh yeah, the blue bowls. That'll be shot.
Yep.
Jimmy stuck to the same hand. He come around that bowl the first time. He looks like he's going to be under it this time. And almost right on. No.
Tucked away. So the green is cutting away a little bit.
Yep. I will just leave you for 5. Go and get some scores from all our other games.
If you happen to see the chairman, send him up.
Chairman? Oh, he's
possibly on his 3rd cup of coffee.
I think he's having a snooze somewhere, isn't he? He's done his official jobs and he did the official opening and was part of the little spool.
Yep.
And
it's great to see Bowls Queensland actually attending these events. It means a lot to the players, especially when they make themselves available to go and have a chat to. Could possibly be just the one to THURINGOWA at the moment.
I'm still here with you.
Okay.
Peter Mulroney is getting our umpire.
Oh, that's good of him.
Getting some scores for me from each rink. So,
well, we've got to give him something to do, Muddy.
Yeah, he's umpires though. As you know, my thoughts on them are on they are worth their weight in gold. They sit at carnivals for 2 days. Sometimes, well, this carnival in particular for 4 days.
Yep.
As you know, umpires, they're volunteers. They give up their time. It's not a paid job. Personally, I think they do deserve some type of payment, but that's just my own personal belief.
Morning, Wendy Jamieson from Maroochydore. Right. They've suddenly started throwing their bowls very wide.
Yeah.
There's a problem with the rink. Well, they think there's a problem with the rink.
Collinsville boys have started to find their line and length.
Yep.
And saying that, there's another one that's going wide. So wide, maybe something down there that pushes it out.
That bowl came back in. Even though it's at the bottom of the screen out of sight, it's crossed the head.
Fergie's almost out where he was before, but he's got better weight this time, and yeah, it's turning now. He's got an absolute cracker.
Bomb.
Yep.
That's a bomb of the bowl. Fergie.
Great correction after his last.
Even Gary liked that one.
Yep. So you would think by the looking at that screen there that
It could be 3 shots.
3 shots to
Could be.
THURINGOWA.
Robbie will endeavour to show us in a minute. Definitely 2. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah,
2
but
shots.
I still think there's possibly 3 there.
I'm not too sure. I think this red bowl of Collinsville's behind the 2 blue bowls is the 3rd shot. No, Robbie says? Not even close. Okay.
Yep. And Robbie would know he's man of the moment.
This is going to make a difference.
That needs to sit. No, he's
No,
run
he didn't
through.
sit.
Surprised he's not playing the other hand and with some weight. But
Okay, that is 3rd shot, Robbie. Yep. Okay, looking at the screen, the 3 bowls around Kitty with the black and white stickers, they are the 3 shots. The 3rd shot anyway. Gary's going to be tight, I think, judging by what he's done before. And he's going to make definitely 3 shots now, could be 4.
he's opened it up there now too, that Steve could afford to play a little bit of
Little
weight,
bit of weight.
up through there. Yep, that's what his third's calling him on. He has quite a few backward bowls there, so
Well, if you can pop that bowl of Fergie's and just skim the kitty, you can push the kitty across for 3 shots.
he's tight.
Tight.
Depends if he can push something up, because that's what he needs. No, might drop a couple of shots this
Out of
end.
luck there.
Gary just asking Fergie, have we got a couple? Oh, he's taken a bowl out of the head and still a bowl to come. And it wasn't there.
Wasn't there, definitely wasn't there.
And it was actually on its running surface, so
Yep. This could be an umpire's call to give them a decision. They either agree to put the bowl back to where it was, or if they can't agree, it becomes a possible dead end.
well, Gary doesn't get to play his last bowl.
But that's right. Well,
So the end would count.
the end would count possibly.
But yeah, so they've agreed.
Anyway, I see the umpire standing looking at it. I don't know whether she's aware of what happened. Yeah. It was on its running surface.
Yeah. But anyway,
They've obviously come to some agreement between
Gary's
them.
spoken to, I see Gary spoke to Steve, and
Yeah.
so all parties are happy, so
Well, we assume they're happy.
yeah. Well, I mean, the bowl was almost jack high sitting right there. It just
That's
hasn't
right.
changed anything dramatically. Gary's come in
Come in
nicely.
with another one.
So
That's a handful, almost.
one would think. So now start kicking them out.
Yeah. Fergie's take those 2
2,
out. That's
3.
3. Well, that back one should definitely be 4.
Jimmy Seymour's just going to get in our way here. Yeah.
Well, Fergie's not
All
going to let
these-
it go without a measure.
All these guys that walk around the head,
Yep.
instead of just going straight
Pull
for the
the
tape
measure- pull the measure out
he's
and-
still doing it.
Yep.
And now he's
Oh, he had the tape measure in his
Yep.
hand, so
trying to figure out which of theirs was
Yeah.
closest, maybe.
that black one might have cut that one out. No. It's 4. I would say.
Yep.
No, 3.
No? 3?
Only 3.
3 shots. Okay, so our umpire has come back with some scores. He didn't write down how many ends, I'm sorry, but looking over the back there,
You would think they'd be similar
most
to
of them
what we've
are
got.
all on 7, maybe 8 ends looking around.
Yep.
We have Jubilee in front of McNade 8-4. We have Noola playing Cutharinga with a score of Noola 6, Cutharinga 13. We have Suburban playing Home Hill. The score there's 5 to Suburban, 7 to Home Hill. We have Alligator Creek 3, Ingham 12. Garoo playing Magnetic Island is 10 all. Wangaratta versus Brandon is 7-all. And Bowen versus South Townsville, Bowen 7, South Townsville 9. So
Just a question, I missed the first one. Jubilee
playing McNade.
Yep.
Jubilee 8, McNade 4.
Okay, that's interesting.
And I can see over there they've played as soon as a couple get out of the... No, I think they've played 8, maybe 9 hens for that rank. There's a few guys in the way. As soon as I can...
Historically, Jubilee tend to get through their games fairly quickly.
Yeah, the two Cribbins like short ends, and the score is 9-4 on 8 ends. So Jubilee's obviously picked up 1, and they've played 8 ends.
Yep.
So some fairly close games there. Nothing.
Very early. Great correction from Jimmy Seymour here.
Yep.
Yep. Very good correction.
Morning.
Gary's quite happy with that.
Morning, Dean. Dean's down near Shepparton in Victoria. Go, mate.
Doug Nye, watching from Penrith. I assume Doug would be a very happy person after the result of the game last night. How are you, Doug?
We won't talk about that game. Only one team turned up.
Maybe you might know what this one's about, Muddy. John Stewart, I hope you got your butt out of the hut. Doug, no, it's Penrith in Queensland. Okay.
Jared, g'day mate, how are you? Let's go Jubilee. Yep, well Jared being a Jubilee boy. Probably working today and tomorrow, but I'm sure he'll be down here Saturday and Sunday supporting his boys. Jubilee have a very good following, as most clubs always do. Great bowl here. Absolute corker. Who let that one go? That was
Graham Betts.
Graham, was it? Yep.
No, it was Gordon. Graham Gordon.
Yep, Graham. Yep. Playing 2.
Brilliant bowl.
Yeah, Gary indicating to Peter to play a yard at least through the head. And another player that's played quite a few Dunn Cups. He missed a session there in the...
Peter's not got the weight for this,
No, he's got the weight, but he hasn't got the line.
No.
Is Frank Palanza, Cyclone.
Yep, he's played quite a few Dunn Cups.
Yeah, he'd be well into the 20s. Well up there.
Yeah, he was playing in Rink Cantatori's heyday.
Yeah, he was, yes. Yes, I've played quite a few games against... Cyclone back in the day, as everyone has, at anyone that's played. And if you come up against Ingham back then, that was
it was a nightmare.
Ren Cantatori, alias Mr. Dunn Cup himself. And then Frank.
Well, Ren was a state player at some stage. He did play for the state.
Yes, he did, yep. And an absolute gentleman to go.
Oh, a thorough gentleman.
Very deadly on a green, but a true gentleman. Oh, Fergie's.
That's a Joe Cocker, that one.
Yeah.
Use your speak, buddy.
Yep, I don't think Gary would be real happy with that. Maybe he's happy with the weight, but not the not the line.
Well, Gary always works on the theory, if you're running at the head in any shape or form, you should be hitting something.
Jeff, watching from a very cold Woodend in Victoria.
Oh, I'm well aware of where Woodend is. It can be bitterly cold there.
Obviously, maybe a nice open fireplace and a few warm jackets.
What are they?
Yeah, as I said, I don't know many people here in Townsville that owns a jacket.
Better bowl, Fergie.
Yeah, that's a good correction.
Yep. He's still one down.
Considering his first bowl, he
corrected that extremely well.
Yep.
Oh,
Gary's not too sure
not too
on who's
sure.
got shot.
So this
Steve like his.
that front bowl of Collinsville's obviously a fair way short.
Yep.
Then. Oh, what do you think? Greg's not got the weight here.
Or the grass.
Or the grass. Yeah,
yeah, that's a Joe Cocker as well. Gary resting the fingers on the small stomach.
He's calling it one down, I think. My reading of Gary is correct.
Peter Martin now having a crack.
By the reaction there, I'd say Thuringowa one down.
Yeah, I think Collinsville's got shot there.
That red bowl. That's the third time I've heard that comment this morning for coming from behind us on the back green. You can do it, Skip.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to love it.
Yep. Don't worry about the 6 bowls in front of you. What's good, Fergie? No.
Oh, great try.
Gary tried, but
let's try.
A bit short.
That might have just nudged that Collinsville bowl a fraction closer to the kitty.
I think they're all still going to measure it, but Mark DeFrancesi, hello champions. Nice duet. No, dulcet tones on your best behaviour, mate. You know me, I'm always very respectable lad.
You speak with a forked tongue too, Muddy.
It's not 6 o'clock and a bottle of scotch in front of me, so. Oh, g'day Mark, how are you, mate? He's another one, as we said before, him and his brother back in the day, playing for Home Hill. Very, very tough competitors to play.
Did Dad play for Home Hill too in the Dunn Cup?
No, Dad was, as in Joe, he played for Ayr.
Okay.
I think they played against each other. I don't think the three of them ever played at the same club in a Dunn Cup. Mark, you might be able to confirm or help that out, but I'm sure Joe, which was Dad for the DeFrancesis, he was an Ayr player. They're going to measure this anyway. They all liked Collinsville's, but
the three of them were very highly respected players.
Oh, they were a force to be reckoned with, the two brothers when they played.
It could well be
I didn't see who.
Jimmy Seymour's. It looked like it was when the tape was heading down to the bowl. It looked like the.
Okay, so Thuringowa got shot.
Okay. Well, that
should
should tell the boys to put their fingers in their pockets. Don't worry about measuring with a finger.
8-5 after 9 ends. So still a tight game.
Yeah.
Can go either way.
Well, 9 ends out of 21. Anything can happen.
Not even halfway.
And as we know, the Dunn Cup boogeyman will strike any team at any time with the most unlikely scenario. Gary's not an umpire. He didn't turn the logo up to the top of the kitty.
Okay, so Mark's answered their questions. No, we never played together. Dad won 2 Dunn Cups for Ayr. We played against Joe when he played for Brandon in a final.
Okay.
Okay, so if Ayr, the last time Ayr ever won a Dunn Cup, 71 and 72. So I would take it. That's maybe when he's talking about for Joe.
Yep.
And I take it, Mark, when you played against him in a final, Home Hill must have beat Brandon in that final, which could be 89. 1989.
So how many Dunn Cups did you play in, Mark? You'd be up there in the teens, I would suspect, would you?
I would think he's in the high teens.
Yeah.
Because he has played now a couple for South Townsville as well. But most of his bowls back in the day, obviously always for Home Hill. No, 96 he's got. 96. Oh, okay, the year 96 years must have played.
Good leading bowls there. It's a good correction there from Alex. It's just a fraction. Now it's rolled over, so that would give it shot, Robbie, I'd reckon.
Yep.
Except
Peter
Martin's trailed it through.
Sat Jack High next to it.
To give them 3 shots. Or yeah, that'll be 3 shots to them.
Yeah.
No. 1 shot. 1 shot. Alex's second bowl is now the second shot.
There you go. Mark's just replied, I've played 30, 25 for Home Hill and 5 for South Townsville. So, well up there.
Well up there.
And yes, I remember playing him quite a few times. Very fierce competitor on the green back in his day.
Still is.
Oh, he's like me, the knees are gone.
Yeah, well, we're all that way. You know, that's the problem that happens when we get older.
Yep.
That's right, Robbie. Date of birth syndrome.
Yep.
So true.
Well, the sun's trying to break through again over here, Ron, on this.
Seeing some very, very light shadows behind the players,
yep,
in front of the players, so
possibly going to get through today, maybe for the rest of the day unscathed, let's hope.
Well, as we've said to each other a couple of times over the last 2 days, we have no control over that.
That's right.
Near the kitty on the green, I would say, Fergie. That would be a rough guess. There's plenty of room there. He might be a bit quick, is he? No, he's got good weight. He's got excellent weight. Big bowl, Fergie.
Yep.
Well done. It's up to Greg.
Well, his line's pretty good. He's got a bit of weight on this, though.
Got
He needs
a pretty
to set
good
that
bowl here.
No, he's
a bit unlucky there.
Yeah.
If he'd have set that bowl flush, it could have upset the apple cart a little bit.
Too much weight.
Fergie's not happy with that. The arm got thrown out. If he holds his line, which he's not going to, but it's his own bowl he's running at.
No, he hasn't set that either, so
It still could count.
yeah, well, because Collinsville haven't really got anything super close.
No. Well, Collinsville's holding 4th shot at the moment.
That's not going to come
That's not going to be anywhere near it, sadly.
it's up to Steve again. His team's left him in a bit of lurch. That front Thuringowa bowl could count. Thuringowa could be holding anything from 3 to 4.
They're only holding 3 because that black bowl of Alex's was 4th shot. The blue bowl of Jimmy's, whilst it looks as if it's in the count there, when we go to the side-on shot, you can see clearly it's not in the count. The Alex's bowl, black bowl there is 4th shot.
No, see, I would.
Anyway, it's 4 bowls to come, so we'll see what happens.
Because from that angle, the front blue looks like it beats that black. But anyway, we'll wait and see. Gary's got a good line here. Just depends on his weight.
His weight. It's all
if
up
he
to his
comes
weight.
under that, he's going to score. No, he's
not through. Definitely not there. Well, Steve's obviously trying to draw up to do nothing with this bowl.
He needs to punch that. Oh no, that's a Thuringowa bowl anyway, so he doesn't want to punch that.
He's run through a fair way, so.
And Ron, so people know that this afternoon we're going to indicate the 3 teams that are playing. Sorry, the 3 games that are playing on the TV rink tomorrow, which will be 6 teams, of course. And then we'll do the same thing on Friday night. Announce the three games on the TV rink for Saturday, and then Saturday night the 1 game for Sunday morning. And then wait and see which 2 teams are lucky enough to play in the final.
Yep, that's right. Good morning, Vince. Vincent George, defence player that played in the Anzac Test this year. So you're seeing you're posting to Townsville and can't wait to join the Jubilee Bowls Club. Okay. Yes, I do know you played against Justin this year in the Anzac Test.
Gary has just indicated a moose. No.
Fergie.
No, Gary has just put his fingers up to say he thinks
it's a moose.
Yeah,
have you got your prescription glasses on, Gary? Do you have your prescription glasses on?
Well, Gary thought there was 4 to 6.
Okay.
See that black bowl?
That black bowls. That's the fly in the ointment.
That's the one that. Well, no, that Gary's thinking all these front short ones count. Yep, that counts.
That
doesn't.
Well, that's 2. That's 3.
That one counts. Yeah, I thought that back red one always was in.
It's 5.
5.
Oh, we can't take any notice of Gary. He's got no idea, has he? Now they're discussing.
Now they're not happy with.
They're not happy with the 5. 6. Okay. Fergie won that discussion.
Yep. Well, that's a handy pickup for. Here I've just got the umpire looking at us going, hey, what's going on? The sun's out. Yes, Peter, it's not looking good over the back.
No, the back.
Oh, beautiful over there now. Oh, okay, so.
Can you see Mount Stewart, Peter?
Yes, we actually do have shadows on the green everywhere, so looking over here on the back green, it's full sunlight.
Robin, I tend to agree with you. I was always taught when I started umpiring, and well, not so much when I was playing, but because I was playing as a lead. But as an umpire, should always have the logo parallel to the centre of the line.
Oh, for the kitty.
For the kitty, that's right. And I've found over the years, if you're marking a singles game, it's almost imperative to have that logo sitting up parallel to the centre line. Because if you're standing in the right place, you won't necessarily always see the slightest touch on a kitty.
Oh, Robbie, I can see Brian sitting over there on the spectator stands with just a bottle of water made in front of him. Yes, talking to some of the local supporters. So obviously wearing his Bowls Queensland cap at the moment and
drinking water.
Yeah, mate. I mean, we could get a photo for proof.
We can get the photographer to take a photo.
Yeah, that's a bottle of water, mate, just over here, under the shade cover over there, talking to a couple of ladies over there.
Robbie's going to try and get him on camera for. Oh dear. If the photographer comes walking past, Muddy, just
get her
to take a quick snap.
We'll try and yes, and that could be on the front page of maybe the next bowler magazine or something.
Yeah.
Could find its way into someone's hands.
Nice bowl here, Peter. Great bowl.
Peter's been fairly consistent this game. He's he's only had a couple of wayward bowls.
He's always had something up there
around the area.
Yep.
He's just
unlucky.
Yep,
very unlucky.
Just a bit too much weight.
So Thuringowa's made a bit of a break here now, 14-5 on 10 ends.
Oh, Chantel, g'day love, how are you? Didn't see your comment there.
Definitely 3.
Any updates on other games at all, Leo? We did give out some scores just before. We're going to go back around about 2/3 of the way through the game, which will be on the 14th end. But you've got a husband playing and a son for 2 different clubs. South Townsville was up 9-7 against Bowen when we when we put that score out, and Thuringowa were in front 13-6, and they were both after 7 ends. So
okay, Thuringowa's piling them in now. It should be.
Oh yeah, look.
4, could be 5.
Robbie's trying to zone in
on the president.
People, players. Come on, players, get out of the way.
Get out of the way, yes.
Robbie's on a mission. This could be a thorn amongst their side. Yep.
And that's the shot. So that's from possibly 4 to 5 down. Well, definitely 4 down. Could have been 5 to 1 up for Collinsville. There's our president. The player's always walking in front of him. No, that's right. Well, it's proof to those back in Brisbane that the president is here. And he's drinking water.
Yes, so he's not on Hamilton Island like everyone thought he could possibly be.
That's right.
That's all right, Chantel. We'll I know you're at work, so Fergie. No, that's that wasn't Fergie. No, that was Greg. You've turned our volume off.
Bottle of water.
There we go. There he is. Large as life.
Yep.
Now that water could have vodka in it, But
no, you definitely wouldn't have vodka in it. I don't think he likes vodka.
well, if he wants to hide it from us, that's where he could have vodka in that. We wouldn't know. But no, yeah, he's there. He's talking to spectators, and it's actually great to see a president
Putting himself out there.
Of the state, putting himself out there. There you go. Look, he's grabbing his water as we speak, having a slurp on it. So good on him. And it is good to see every player that walked in yesterday afternoon when he was here. They went up and said g'day and introduced himself if he didn't know the players. So it was a really good sight to see. And he'll be on the live streaming here this afternoon.
If he's not having a siesta, yeah.
I thought he wanted to do Gary's game, being a board member, Gary.
I think there was some discussion early this morning about that.
And Gary probably paid him saying, get away. I
Get
don't
away.
want you there.
That's right.
I want to keep my job on the board. Steve's got good weight. He's just tight. But that's going to be...
That's a counter. It could be second shot.
As I said, very good weight. Close for second, Fergie's just indicated. So, oh, Gary, that's tight.
And he's going to duck in front of those bowls, so it's not a... Okay. The luck of the Irish.
Well, that was
definitely the luck of the Irish.
Bad bowl, but got a result. So obviously had a bit of weight on it to hold that line long enough to push that bowl over.
That's right. I didn't think he was going to reach that bowl.
Oh, Steve,
no,
that's
had a Joe Cocker there.
Oh yeah, that's probably feels robbed.
I suspect he would feel robbed, actually.
Yep. As Gary said, yep, that's the way it goes, and it does in bowls. I mean,
it's 16-5 on 12 ends. You hadn't put that score up, Robbie, then, did you? You had, so it's 15-5 on 11 ends.
Yeah, he's quicker than
we are. He's younger than us.
Peter's still doing the scoreboard, and Robbie's got it all up to date. So looking over my shoulder to the other green, I can see Guru, Magnetic Island.
I think you need to straighten that up, Gary.
Yeah.
Substantially. And a bit more.
Guru playing Magnetic Island is
13
far. All on 11 ends. Brandon versus Wangaratta is 10-7 on 11 ends. I can't see that scoreboard. Ingham is 16-7 on 11 ends in front of Alligator Creek.
Okay.
South Townsville Bowen, that's one that Chantel would be interested in. Her son, young Heath Hawkins.
Heath's playing in that one.
Yep.
Nice start there from Jimmy.
She's very proud of her two boys playing bowls, Chantel. No, Chantel, they're standing in front of the scoreboard, love. I can't see that one.
Nice bowl there from
Jubilee McNade is
Alex.
Jubilee 10, McNade 9 on 10 ends.
Really?
With maybe one bowl to go, a couple of bowls to go there. McNade holding a few too, actually. I can see now South Townsville is 15-11 on 15 ends. So South Townsville is in front of Bowen 15-11 on 15. Cutharinga is 16-9 in front of Noola on 13 ends.
Okay.
And the other one is directly here, which I can't see whatsoever because that's where the umpires and all that are set up. So there's one Rink Suburban playing home hill that I can't see.
Okay.
But yeah, Ron, some tight games next door.
Yeah, that's right.
Especially
There's a couple of interesting results there at the moment.
Yes, mate. As I said, the Jubilee McNade.
Can you see who is playing skip for McNade? Is it Michael or is...
No, it's
Brett,
Michael's playing. Michael's playing two.
So
Michael Blake.
Is Brett Hop playing skip?
No, it's Steve Majora.
Oh, okay.
He is the skip. Brett Hop is playing three. Michael Blake second. Michael Blake being our NQ president.
Yep. And
John Thompson, Tomo.
Young Jack.
Yep, playing lead.
Right, now we've got Peter Martin sitting on the kitty, or close to it. And he was sitting on the kitty. He's not now, but he's possibly got the shot still. It was a nice bowl there from Graham. Yeah, Fergie's first bowl.
Couple of more messages that come through while I was getting those scores. Bruce Kirk, morning Muddy and Ron. G'day mate, how are you? Brian Roper.
Morning Bruce. Brian, how are you going?
Brian Roper won a he's played Dunn Cup before and also won the Ren Cantatory Shield. It's now over in Perth, I think, but it's hey, Muddy Green's looking good, sounding great on the mic, watching from Fiji. So good on you, mate. Obviously a bit of a holiday.
Yeah.
Hopefully the
wish we were there.
Yeah, mate. I'm hoping your weather's a lot better than what we are here.
Well, it's not too bad at the moment.
Yeah, 5 minutes ago the sun was out, now it's overcast again.
Fergie just played a nice bowl where they're only holding one shot Thuringowa at the moment, but
Fergie hasn't got the weight, has he?
Yep, he's got the weight.
He certainly
he's played
has.
another good bowl. Two good bowls. Two nice bowls there.
Inside on
this is Greg.
Where the charts are is Ayers sign. If you want to.
Sorry about the loss of commentary there, but Muddy and I had to put our other hat on as NQ controlling body. Yeah.
The team that had the bye has turned up, so Air Bowls Club, we're just organising their photos.
Yep.
Jubilee's got a photographer here, and every team had a photo taken this morning with our Dunn Cup flag.
And the trophies.
And the trophies and everything, and we'll be posting those all over Facebook and all that tonight. And or once we get all the photos, and or they'll be on the Jubilee Bowl site whenever we can get access to those photos from the photographer.
But as you can, for those local watching and wondering what's going on, you can rest assured we will get whatever information we can out as soon as we possibly can.
Yep.
But as you would all know, there's only a small number of us on NQ management. There's Gary doing another Gary. We're all wearing several hats this weekend.
Yep. So at the end of each game, obviously, Ron, you and I'll do the scores.
Scoring. We'll
So
get
during
them. Try and
the
get
play
them
of the
posted on
second game, we'll
Facebook.
we'll get those. So whoever's commentating the next game can read out the final results of game number 1.
That's right.
But yep, to let everybody know the scores as soon as we can. If some games finish before this one does.
Great try there from Steve. Just a little bit heavy and a fraction. No, he possibly wasn't a fraction narrow. End of the day.
Yeah, as you can see now, Gary's shadow there, so the sun's beating out again.
Not quite sure what
Gary was after them, maybe to try and set that bowl through for, and could have made a number. Because that's a Collinsville bowl. I think that's Collinsville's bowl.
Yes,
there.
that's Collinsville bowl over there.
That looks about the only one they've got in the area, so obviously maybe playing that to try and set it through. Steve, you need to be around that front one, and
yeah. I would suspect 3, 4, maybe.
Well, definite 2.
Well, definitely a 2.
Yep. Well, Jimmy's
going to stop us from seeing it.
Definite, yeah, I know. We'll talk to him and ask him to
wait until
till they're finished before he. Yeah, that's only 2.
Yep.
I don't think he's going to get that.
No.
Yep, 2. So 2 to THURINGOWA.
17-5 on 12 ends.
Yep.
Just looking past the monitor at the moment, there's been a definite change in the colour of the green. So it would indicate that it's starting to dry out fairly nicely at the moment.
Yep. Those couple of little bumps and that we had before, the air pockets.
They seem to have settled down too.
Yeah, they've gone, so means the moisture has, or the water underneath is now gone. As you say, the green's drying out quite nicely. And again, it's a full credit to them. This TV Rink, all the sponsor signs.
Looks beautiful.
Mate, it's schmick. So
I walked in on Tuesday. I had a phone call from their chairman, asked me if I'd like to come over and have a look at the rink and see if I was satisfied with it. And when I walked out the door of the clubhouse and I saw the rink, because it was beautiful sunshine at that stage, I said, well, what do you want me to say? He said, oh, is there anything wrong with it? I'm still not too sure what he wanted me to say. I could not find a fault.
The only thing missing, I think, is a few palm trees and bikini girls.
That's right.
That's otherwise, the place looks magnificent.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yep. Warren, watching from Perth. Thanks for that bit of info on how to place the jack. So there you go, Ron. You've helped someone out. And Brian, yep, it's a top of 28. Sun is shining overnight of 20 degrees.
I hope the sun wasn't shining overnight.
Sun is shining.
Okay.
Then overnight got down to 20. No rain. Keep up the good work, guys. Missed this comp.
Nice bowl here, Peter Martin. Yep.
Brian, it's as you know, mate, it is our most premier event, prestigious event that we play in the north.
Every player from every club, it's that their aim is to be able to achieve selection in Dunn Cup.
If you ask the average punter, would you rather win an A singles or play Dunn Cup? I think 99% of them are all going to say I want to play Dunn Cup. It's got that mojo about it. It's got everything that bowls is. It's just that type of game. And it is a privilege and an honour to represent your club. And anyone who does get picked should be very thankful their selectors
That's another one for
have got faith in
Peter
them to play in it.
And we're very fortunate now, and our thanks must go to the Gold Coast Tweed Media Group for enabling us to be able to have them come up and actually televise this.
Yep, it's
As it is becoming known and well known throughout the state. And I know at Bowls Queensland level they do hold this tournament in a high regard.
Yep. Well, they even wanted to play in it one year, if you
They
remember
still-
correctly.
They still
And they
keep wanting to play in it.
They still probably do, yeah. And as you see the screen there,
Not a good
Thuringowa
bowl
holding
there
a
from
few.
Fergie.
But we just see in the top of the screen there on the left-hand side, that's Greg Cuttress, just walking there behind with the
One of our sponsors from Multicom.
So Greg, mate, again, thanks for all the work you've done to help Robbie out, because again, Robbie was in the Glasshouse Mountains broadcasting Tuesday, finished there Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday night.
And took off for here.
Took off, and Robbie, how long did that take you? The 16-hour trip with a 3-hour sleep in between there somewhere. So, 3 hours sleep before he came up. So that's for those guys that have done it.
I don't think we should be advertising that, Muddy. The boys in blue might be listening.
Oh, but he's in a car, so he can do it. He's not in a semi or a truck.
It's another counter for Thuringowa, so they could be holding.
Now, the only
at least
complaint
3
that I've got
shots.
so far, Dale has not supplied us a box of frogs and snakes.
Frogs and snakes, and
what's going on?
that was the only reason I agreed to come into the commentary box.
Yeah, where's the? Oh, all right. I'll make sure. Yep, I'll have to have that changed. Well, I've got to duck out after we do lunch and the.
Well, I was going to suggest you duck down and grab
well,
Cuttress if you can, so because Robbie wants to meet with him.
Yeah.
So that's Thuringowa holding at least 2 shots, could be 3.
I would think 3 there for sure. Those 2 blue ones and the red one, Jack High.
And if it's 3, it could almost be 4. But anyway, we know it's definitely 2 for sure. Gary's up on the mat.
A couple more messages. There, one from a JD watching from Bundaberg. Morning, how are you? It's also said morning, Brian. So
Good afternoon, Abba. How are you going? Abba is another bowler who's played in several Dunn Cups, I believe.
yes, certainly has, and won a few too.
One some.
Gary's just played a cracker there,
Yep,
pushed one of his
big
own
bowl,
out,
so
but sat and stayed, and the bowl he's pushed out still counts. Steve, there's a good angle of his delivery.
And in the background there we have our finance director of Bowls Queensland, Graham Lewis.
So again, for all those wanting to know where our Bowls Queensland boys are, they are here. They are not sitting on Hamilton Island drinking cocktails. I think if you asked them where they'd rather be, it's probably on Hamilton Island drinking cocktails. But no, they and it is good to see them here and supporting us, and as I said, for Brian to walk around and to talk to spectators and bowlers, and I just think that's an absolute huge effort. Gary's played another cracker, so Gary's got his line and
he's got his mojo working at the moment, as has Fergie.
Yep. Peter Martin's always been thereabouts, and Jimmy Seymour's
Jimmy's
ever
always
played. Yep. Oh, Steve, that's very light
very
on,
light
mate.
on.
You're 4 or 5 down, and you can't afford to play a bowl like that. There was no harm
Bit
in
unfortunate. He
playing
could have
with
had
weight.
a
He could have
run
had a
at
drive. He could have had
As if you'd hit that kitty, you could have spat that kitty anywhere.
Well, they're saying measure that one over there before I give you any more. So,
yeah, I thought that might have been a bit of a bugbear for them.
That's the only bowl they got amongst five. So that counts. That's 4.
4 down. Okay,
so 4 shots.
21-5 after 13 for THURINGOWA.
Yep.
They seem to have got their mojo working at the moment.
Certainly do. Collinsville will have to watch out that this score just does not blow out here.
That's right, yeah.
I mean, THURINGOWA's playing good bowls, don't get me wrong, but Collinsville, you start dropping a 4, 5, 4 or something like that.
The front end of Collinsville, unfortunately, is a little bit inexperienced, but they're out there. They're representing their club. They're trying.
Yes, they're trying, and that's all that counts.
Do you want to grab him?
Yep.
Okay.
We're going to...
Robbie's just going over now.
Okay, he's going to go and see...
Greg from Multicom.
Yep.
And again, a big thank you to our sponsors who, without them this year, we would not have this amazing venue to the standard that it is.
Yep.
So to Townsville City Council, Multicom,
the
Glen Carroll Painting,
yep.
TK Power and Air, JSO Electrical and Instrumentals, Jubilee Bowls Club, and Banter Travel. We do thank you greatly for all your contributions and your assistance.
As we both know, Ron, you can't run carnivals, events.
No, they cost money.
Anything, they just,
they cost big
simple
money these
things
days.
like getting badges done or trophies and engraving and nothing comes for free. So, all those people that have put their hand in their pocket and helped out Jubilee or NQ or whoever it may be.
Yep.
A massive thanks.
And especially a big thanks to THURINGOWA City Council, because they've come on board with Jubilee in a big way.
Yep, Townsville City Council.
What did I say?
THURINGOWA.
Well, I live in THURINGOWA, so
yes,
my apologies there to Townsville City Council. But yes, you've come on board in a big way, and actually given this event the ranking of a high event for the region.
Yep, and it's
which means a lot. It does mean a lot.
It just goes to show that us country people, and I suppose you would call us country compared to the likes of Brisbane, Gold Coast, Sunshine Coast, we can hold events just as good as anybody else. We may not have the
manpower,
the greens and the manpower that those facilities do have. Our biggest club around here has only got 2 greens. Some of the clubs down south, their smallest clubs have 2 greens. We don't have the luxury of the 3 and 4 green clubs. Although it would be nice if we did have a venue.
A couple of 3 green clubs up here, we might be able to put in for the district sides.
Well, mate,
that would shake it up.
Yeah, that would it what? But anyway, it's
well, we're very proud to be part of this tournament this year, as we are every year. But it's being highlighted incredibly well by Jubilee. They've really done themselves proud. They've just gone that extra distance to make sure that everything's fine. Wayne Kettner. Good morning, Wayne. This is Ron Mitchell speaking. You and I have had some discussions, and we have this morning decommissioned our old Dunn Cup flag, which was, from what we can understand, the original Dunn Cup flag, which was getting very tattered and torn. And Wayne produced, manufactured and printed our new Dunn Cup flag, and it looks very, very spectacular. And we thank you, Wayne.
Mate, it's
from a district point of view,
it is schmick.
You've got another order for another flag in there, and the quality of the flag that came up from you for the Dunn Cup. We're more than happy. By the end of this weekend, we will have the proof for new flags. So we thank you very much. Your products are of an exceptional quality.
Wayne, I'm also the president of THURINGOWA Bowls Club, and we too are in the looking for a new flag. So when I seen yours this morning, mate, you'll be getting a phone call from myself as well. It's a great quality flag. Every team had a photo with it this morning. It's sitting inside Jubilee Bowls Club as we speak.
There will be photos on Facebook for anybody to see.
So, mate, if anyone asks where we got it or is looking for a flag, we will put them in your direction straight away.
And I know you're not the sponsor of this event, Wayne, but I'm quite happy to promote your company, not just for flags, but just about any sort of materials for bowls. Teardrop flags, stubby coolers, bar mats, you name it. Get on the website to Wayne, and I'm sure you'll be very, very pleased with the range of goods that he has available. But again, from me personally, Wayne, thank you very much. Most appreciated, and was very impressed with the quality.
Yeah, Wayne's just put another message there. Yeah, thank you for the kind words, and he's put his web page there. So, mate, thank you.
I'm not quite sure, but I think he goes under the logo of the bowls fella.
Yep, he's also just put up there.
We most certainly will.
Yeah.
I won't announce what you've just said, Wayne, but I will be in touch with you after this event, and we'll have a discussion. Thank you very much. Okay, back to the bowls. When Gary's played a good bowl, but I'm not too sure. I think he should be 1 up. That might be 2 up now. Well, that could be it. Steve's playing his backhand. I don't think he needs to hit. Ah, yes, he did need to hit that bowl. So that will give Collinsville 1 shot. Okay, Gary's not sure what to do. Fergie's saying, come and have a look. And just again, we're just having a quick discussion with Greg Cuttress from Multicom. Thank you very much for your sponsorship, Greg, and your assistance with Robbie this morning. It was most appreciated.
Just come and see me and asked if I need any. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right.
Greg's just come and see me if we need anything for our computer to put the scores on the TV inside. When we go inside, he can help us out with any cords or cables or anything. So
great, that's brilliant. Michael will be very happy about that.
So again, to Greg and his team at Multicom, which I think it's his
having
business.
A bit of a run. He's not holding.
He's hit that front one, so
yep. He had to hold past that.
He's only the one down, I think.
He's only the one down, yes.
So Steve's coming down.
Steve's coming down to have a look. Steve's looking for numbers, and I don't think he's got much hope of getting too much at the back here.
I think it's just an open draw and get second shot.
That's right.
Yep. Nothing silly, nothing stupid. Just draw it in there. Because I would think, looking at that, THURINGOWA's got 6 seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, possibly 6. Although that blue bowl at the side there could even be second shot. That blue bowl there.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
Yep.
Anyway, that's all he's got to do, yep.
Yeah, just,
Where his
just
foot
a,
is.
Just a draw.
Yeah, he's got... Yeah, he's held that
he's
line.
He's coming.
Yeah,
He's got too much weight,
He's
sadly.
too quick.
Yep.
That's why it held that line, otherwise he would have cut the head.
Yeah.
Yep, way too much weight. Oh, they got shot. That's what counted.
Yep. Gives them a chance to change it up a little bit.
Yes. The lead to get that mat back and dictate what terms they're going to play.
Yep. Set their own length. Steve's walking up the green a little bit to, I suspect, shorten the end.
We've got a question here from Bruce Kirk. Ron asks Robbie if the cupcake lady is there.
No.
No, that was...
She's not here this year.
That was when it was held at my place over at Thuringowa.
Yeah.
And she's not here this year, so no cupcakes. But
sadly, Bruce, I was looking for her this morning because I was going to get one from her. But no, she did not appear. Well, with all the other events that are going on, Robbie, around this weekend, or this week and this weekend, she's possibly got herself snuggled in over, I'd suspect, at Brothers Leagues Club on one of the playing fields out there, because that's where all the young ones are. And she'd be selling a mozza of cupcakes over there, or even behind us. She may be over at the school behind us where they're playing the netball.
Another great start there by Jimmy
Yeah,
Seymour.
good start,
He's
Jimmy.
really leading well. Makes a big difference when your lead's on song.
Well, that's where it all starts from, doesn't it? It just eases the pressure off the rest of the team. Which doesn't mean to say they can take a rest, but
many games have been won with a great start from a lead, and then obviously...
Well, how often do we see it in the final of the Dunn Cup?
Yep.
It's the lead that always dictates the terms. Well, that's very true, Robbie, as Robbie said. Leads and seconds decides who's going to win or lose, and the thirds and skips decide by how much. Yep, Barry. Well, that's right. I've heard Barry Lester. Ryan Bester. Okay, Barry Lester uses that quote quite often too. Okay. And you get someone like Omar, and I dare say Omar would agree 100% too. I refer to Omar, talking about Aaron Sheriff.
Yep.
The current World Bowls number one
player.
World Bowls player. Yes, he's definitely from the Gold Coast district, Broadbeach player. Okay, so if Thuringowa holding...
No, they're holding two.
Two.
And this could make it three.
Three, possibly. Might have gone through a bit too far. Maybe not.
Had a good line.
No, that bowl at 3:15 there is possibly the next shot. Yeah, Graham's just gone through.
Okay, Ron, I can see some scores up the back here. Jubilee of 14, McNaid 10 on 13 ends.
Right, so they're still tight.
Still very tight. Can't see that one at the moment. South Townsville 18, Bowen 13 on 19 ends.
Okay, Bowen's sticking with them. Great bowl here from Fergie. Brilliant bowl, resting toucher.
Brandon is 13. Wangaratta 10 on 15 ends.
Okay.
Suburban 10. Home Hill 11 on 13 ends. Very close.
Very close.
Yes.
As Gary said to Fergie, do that to him one more time and he'd be very happy.
Guru Magnetic Island 18-15 on 16 ends, as in Guru in front.
Okay.
And Katharinga Noola 23 to 11. Katharinga 23, Noola 11 on 17 ends.
Okay, so that's a little bit of a...
Yep, I think
You think Katharinga should go ahead and win that one. Should do.
Pete's just going to go around and get some actual scores for me just to confirm them all. But yeah, some tight games over there, and
yep, some surprising results over there at the moment.
Yes, a couple of very tight games. I can't see the Ingham. Oh yes, Ingham 17, Alligator Creek 9 on 13 ends.
Right, 13 ends. So there's still a way to go on that game.
They've still got a good hour, an hour and 20.
Yep.
Left to play over.
They've got 8 ends to go there still, so that's...
Yeah, good hour.
Yep.
And it's now 12:30, so
Steve
playing with weight.
A good bowl here.
No,
he's got the wrong one, so that's bad luck.
That was his own bowl.
Did that take the pot plant out? Possibly did.
No, it's one's been moved.
Okay. So Gary needs to put one around the back here, I think, because if that kitty goes, he could be 2 or 3 down. No, he's just going to try and draw another shot. He wants to be under that. No. Well, we could always ask him what was he trying to do there.
Possibly 4 down here, Collinsville. Steve's just had an on-shot before, and he's still got the weight for that on-shot, so he's gone flying through the head.
Yep.
So I would think they're holding 4. Gary's still got a bowl in his hand.
Well, I'd be...
Yeah, see Fergie saying where his foot is a counter.
Yeah.
You got the 2 blue bowls on the kitty, the red one behind. Blue one up there in front of that black, so that's got to count.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, Gary.
Will you get the bowl to pick up my lunch while it's out there, Gary?
Is he going for that wick that Brian was talking about off the pot plants?
Possibly.
Yeah, that was Joe Cocker. There's possibly, well, I would think 4 shots at minimum. Again, Jimmy Seaman has walked right in front of us.
So we've got no idea again.
Jimmy.
It's 3.
There's 3.
Fergie's saying this one for 4. That's 5 shots there. Gary's trying to talk him into getting his last bowl in.
Yeah.
I think you're dreaming, Gary. Good Lord. Those front bowls must be a long way short. They are a long way short.
That is a long way short.
That's 6. That's 6.
That's unbelievable. That's that bowl we called a Joe Cocker.
Yeah.
It's in for a counter.
That's 7.
No, that's So that's 6. They've only picked that one up.
One up. Okay, that's 6.
6 shots. Ooh.
Oh, bad luck there. That's 27-6 on 15. So they've skipped away to a fairly commanding lead now. Wayne, they can hurt them from here. Not too sure what that means, Wayne. Remind me to speak to Gary after this game, Muddy, and explain to him why he should have the emblem on the kitty.
You being an umpire.
Right, we have our acting mayor has been brought over, so I might sit out, Muddy, and you can have a bit of a chat.
Yes, by all means.
Okay, back to the game for a second.
Yep.
Sorry, Muddy, I didn't have you turned on.
No, you're right, mate. Yeah, we're just...
Okay, Jimmy's not happy with that end at all. I can understand why. And there's no disrespect when I'm saying this, but when you look around the greens at some of the teams, every club that's here has put what they consider their best 4 players out on the green. Now, in some clubs where we've got small clubs, the bowlers are pretty much basically playing bowls for the social outlet. I respect them all very highly, especially those that have age on their side. They have bad knees, bad backs, or bad hips, all this, and they still get out and play this for 4 days. As I said, I have nothing but the highest admiration and respect for them for being able to do it.
That's right. As we said before, Collinsville, they're just struggling to have 20 members full, and that's probably obviously including some ladies. So you take out people that will be working this weekend, can't get time off work, and again, it's just a credit to see a club, no matter whether they win, lose, draw, whatever, come along and have a go.
And enjoy it while they're doing it.
That's right. They've now played for the last 4 or 5 years and thoroughly enjoyed it. And again, it's just the people get the bugbear of the Dunn Cup. And once you've played in it, you want to keep playing in it.
Yeah, and having said that, we've got a couple of gun teams and several gun players playing in this, and some of the bowlers that are basically just, no disrespect, just social bowlers and doing that very well.
Yep.
They get great pleasure in playing against the guns.
Oh, definitely, mate. You look at all the players that we've got here. We've got, I haven't worked it out exactly, but from our district side that just went away and competed down in the Gold Coast this year, there's probably 2/3 of our district are playing.
Yep.
Some clubs have... Some clubs obviously had or Jubilee, for instance, I think they had 6 or 7 players in our district side, and obviously only 4 can play Dunn Cup. So
it's pushed.
Greg's just pushed one right up and got shot. So I'm led to believe, are we going to have
1-2 down? So
we have our deputy mayor here,
acting mayor, acting mayor,
Paul
Jacobs. Yep.
Paul Jacobs. Muddy, how are you? Ron Mitchell.
Paul.
So he's here. As we said earlier, Townsville City Council has come on board this year and helped out, and really given great support behind Jubilee and NQ to run this event. So to Paul and your team, muchly appreciate everything that you've done for us running this event. It doesn't happen without sponsors, and
we're just going to get Paul.
Is he going to jump on the microphone?
Yes, he's going to come in on the microphone, as is Will Warren.
Is Biggles?
They can have a chat for a couple of minutes.
So we've got Warren Schmidt, who's the deputy chairman here at Jubilee Bowls Club, alias Biggles, fighter pilot. He'll come on board, and our acting mayor. So Ron and I'll take a short break, and we'll hand over to these guys.
All right, thanks for the intro, Muddy. As usual, not always accurate, but nice to be here. I've got the acting mayor of Townsville with me, Paul Jacobs, and I'd just like to thank the Townsville City Council for all the support they've given to Jubilee Bowls Club and to this Dunn Cup event for 2024. We certainly couldn't have got it off the ground as well as we have, and I think the players really appreciating what sort of an event we've put on for them. So, Paul, thank you for your support and thank you for turning up.
Yes, look, it's great being here at this event at the Dunn Cup. It's great to see so much participation going on in lawn bowls here, and you know, I'm a proud supporter of the lawn bowling, and started my career in lawn bowling in a club called the Ettalong Beach Memorial Club. But being up here in Townsville, I have been active in bowls quite a few years ago on the island, but look, this is fantastic. I can see all the people around here, and bringing them all together, bowling, testing their skills. So it's a fantastic event. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for your support. And of course, day one, they're still finding their feet around the grounds at the moment, but no doubt there'll be some more bowls played over the next few days that'll be outstanding bowls. Of course, North Queensland now is starting to make a bit of a name for itself as a bit of a bowling powerhouse in Queensland, making it into first division of the district sides this year. So this is a strong competition, the Dunn Cup here, the best four of every team in the district, and an event that we hold in high regard as a club here, which is why we've gone to a lot of effort. And the support, as I keep saying, our sponsors and Townsville City Council have given us have been outstanding.
Yes, it is. Look, it's a fantastic sport event, and I can see the enthusiasm that's here today with all the different clubs that are competing today in North Queensland. It really has all sort of come together here. We're lucky that the rain has held off. Townsville doesn't normally get that much rain at this time of year, but it has held off a little bit today, but it's just one of the events that adds to a lot of things that we're doing here in Townsville at the present time. Like we've got the female state of origin here tonight here in Townsville.
Yeah, that'll be a big event too.
It's a decider tonight, and there was 18,000 people there last year. It's a sellout this year. So we've got quite a lot of events happening over these past 3 weeks here in Townsville. But look, just being here and seeing the enthusiasm, and as I said before, being an ex-bowler myself, this is a fantastic event.
Well, there's plenty of clubs that'll have you back if you want to come back and have a bowl when you've got time, not being the mayor.
Yes, I should actually, because before I was the acting, the deputy mayor, then the acting mayor, I'd actually retired with my wife out to a little suburb here in Townsville called Bluewater, a fantastic suburb there, on a couple of acres. But I'm yearning to get back into this game, and I think, with the duties as mayor, it's going to be a little bit difficult, but I really do enjoy my bowling.
Well, we've got some great clubs here, and bowls are really going ahead in North Queensland, so it's great to see. Good to see our boys over on the other rink over there still doing quite well. They're in front, Jubilee. THURINGOWA here, of course, on the TV rink are putting Collinsville to the sword a bit, but it's okay. It's early days yet in the tournament for Collinsville to come back.
Yeah, look, it's a fantastic club here. I've been here, just dining here a few times and had a few events here. And it is a fantastic club here in Mundingborough. And what more can I say? That it's great to be here.
Yeah. Well, we probably don't want to drag out too much more of your valuable time, Paul, but once again to THURINGOWA, to Townsville City Council. That's a throwback to the old days, THURINGOWA Council, to Townsville City Council, and to everybody that's given us support. It's been fantastic, and I'm sure the players, the spectators, everybody that's tuning in on live stream, and certainly our club are very appreciative of your efforts. Thank you.
Yeah, look, it's a pleasure to be here today to see this event, and I would like to say thank you for inviting me today.
Yeah, that's been a pleasure. I'm going to find Ronnie and Muddy and hand back to them for their expert commentary on the rest of this game. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay, sorry about the slight delay in broadcasting then. So we have THURINGOWA holding 2 shots, now 3 shots. Nice bowl from Fergie. THURINGOWA are putting the pressure on Collinsville now, getting towards the working end of the game. This could create a little bit of a headache. No, sadly he's just dropped that little bit short and not come in. And Robbie, we'll definitely have to get a box of candy here, just to keep us going. That's right, you got to keep it away from Brian. Okay, Gary with his first bowl. This green has changed dramatically over the last few ends. We can tell by the way that the amount of grass Gary's taking. It's 4 shots, maybe 5, definitely 4. Steve's got a pretty good line here. It's going to depend on his weight. No, he's cutting across. Just zipped across a little bit too far. Gary with his second bowl, trying to add a bit more pain to Collinsville. He's taken that wide for some reason or other. However, he's coming in nicely.
Hey Ron, I'm back on air, mate, with
Okay.
you. Just handed out some cards, and our first game has finished over on the back. South Townsville Bowen, and on the second last end, South Townsville dropped a 4 to go 1 in front, but picked up a 1 on the last end to win 19-17 against Bowen. So
Bad
a
luck.
very tight game there.
Yep. Okay, there's a handful here for THURINGOWA.
Oh, there's 4 straight on it there straight away.
Straight away.
It looks like the next 2.
Next 2 is
1,
five.
that's 5.
If Jimmy was out of the way a little bit.
Jimmy Seymour. Oh, we couldn't see. That's all right. We just had to rouse on Jimmy. Was it 5?
I think it was a 5. We were too busy getting Jimmy out of the way to see
Yeah.
what was happening there. Peter's about to put the score up. It's all right. He'll get the score up now.
5,
It was 5, yes. So they've
it's gonna
really
scores.
jumped away now.
Yep. Yeah, 5.
As you would expect, because again, THURINGOWA is regarded as one of the front-running teams.
Yeah, finished 3rd overall
Last
last year,
year.
hence why they're second in
Section 1.
Section 1. So, commanding lead here in this game. And
interesting, I just over, while Paul Jacobs was talking, had a quick look over at Jubilee and McNade. At that stage, McNade were 3 shots up. I'm not too sure what the score is now.
16-12 on 16. So Jubilee are in front 16-12 on 16 ends.
Okay. So they picked up a couple of big ends there then.
I can see Cutheringa's on their last end, and they're in front 24-15.
Nice try there from Alex, just a fraction short.
Yep.
Jimmy with his second bowl.
And Ron, while you were back on the air by yourself, I was talking to Paul just behind our tent here, and Townsville City Council has, well, from his point of view, they would love to support this event for the just on an ongoing saga.
So that's another job that we've got to do when we've finished the tournament here, is have a talk to them.
Is to see, and I think even if it went out of town and was, if it did go to Ingham or Ayr or the Burdekin or wherever,
it could be a different set of circumstances
might
there,
be,
but we can definitely, and we will, sit down and have a discussion with them.
Yep. As he said, it brings, it's another sport in the town.
More income into the town for the week.
Pubs, clubs, motels.
Well, I don't think the pubs would make too much out of it because our bowlers aren't drinkers. Yeah.
I'm looking around now and I can't see many that don't drink.
Don't drink, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's these sort of events do keep
Yeah, of course they are.
small cities like ours and communities like ours ticking over. Just again a fraction short, so Thuringowa is still holding the shot. So just by way of explaining to people what actually happens, there is no time limit on this game. They start as soon as they're ready to start. And consequently, from here on in, we have staggered starts all over the two greens. And sometimes we may have a team waiting for 15 or 20 minutes for their next opposition to actually finish their previous game and have a 5-minute break before they get on.
Well, they'll have lunch after this game.
That's right. So there'll be a break for lunch after this game. But that's part of the way the Dunn Cup has been set up.
Yep. As you say, well, we've already got one game has completed.
That's right.
Meanwhile, here this is 17 ends. They're on their 18th.
4 to go.
I can see Jubilee. They've only played 16.
Yeah, they've had a few ends killed over there.
And you would expect that when you play Jubilee with the two Cribbins.
That's right. They won't muck around.
They don't muck around. They if they're in trouble, you know what's coming.
Yep.
So it is what it is.
And we'll get to see Jubilee at one stage this weekend. But the Dunn Cup is a unique event in that...
There's a great bowl, look at that.
It's a brilliant bowl. Yep. Absolutely brilliant bowl. Now, I hate to say it, Fergie, but get your teeth into that one. As I was saying, it's a unique event, and North Queensland District Men's Bowls Association cannot change the rules and the way that this event is set up. It can only be changed at an AGM of the entire district council. And in my 20 years with North Queensland District Men's, we have only ever been able to instigate 2 changes. One was that we don't get a drawn game. A game we must get a result out of a game. And Muddy, you remember the other one on screen?
It's
something to do with dead ends, isn't it?
No, it used to be that you had to wear long pants.
That's right.
In Dunn Cup.
Yes, that's correct.
And of course we live in the tropics, and common sense prevailed that with the changes in times, obviously going from all whites back in the day to now colours, and that yes, you could wear shorts. So
and that'll give you an indication.
It was a rule in the Dunn Cup though. You had to wear longs playing Dunn Cup, and that was until
Judge Clive Wall's day.
And early 2000s, maybe even close to 2004, 5, 6. I can't remember when it got changed, but
well, it came to a head in Clive Wall's days. Now, most people around Queensland would recognise that name because Clive Wall is a very highly respected legal entity in Queensland, and he was a bowler, a very good bowler, playing with South Townsville, and he hated wearing long trousers, and he basically forced an issue over a couple of years, which then came to a head and went to
we went to an AGM.
And the AGM, to everybody's surprise, tended to agree with him. So,
and there was that one year we played the Dunn Cup in October, stinking hot.
Yep.
I mean, common sense prevailed that, we do live up here, and for those that want to wear shorts, they can wear shorts.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do it anywhere you go now, playing district sides, playing state championships, playing wherever you are. As long as it's the proper attire, you're entitled to wear your shorts. Yep. As Fergie is, got his bowls pants on, right socks, shoes, happy days.
But, as far as our district association is concerned, Dunn Cup is a sacred cow. Cannot and will be not touched to any great extent. Nice bowl there from Gary. There's still one down, definitely one down.
Just been handed another card from over the back. Cutharinga 24, Nula 16.
Okay, so that was
a win
a win by Cutharinga, reasonably comfortable win.
Yeah, 8 shots. So
again, Cutharinga is a team that people are looking at this weekend. They have a very strong group of players. So that was 1-2 Collinsville. So their scoreboard is reading 33-7 on 18 ends, sorry. The thing that has surprised me this morning, Muddy, is the quietness around the green. I suspect that the volume of player support for each other, etc., will kick in this afternoon.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. What link do they get on for YouTube? Is there a link or just go straight to YouTube?
Oh, just go on to Bowls Gold Coast Tweed YouTube channel.
Gold Coast.
Yeah, Bowls Gold Coast Tweed.
Yep.
It's our YouTube.
Okay, first bowl there from Alex. Nicely positioned behind the kitty.
On Facebook under Gold Coast Tweed Media.
Okay.
Gold Coast
Jimmy Seymour with his first bowl.
So you can get it on either.
On the Facebook, it's under Bowls Queensland as well.
Coming in nicely. Yeah, nice bowl from Jimmy. Just fractionally short of Jack High.
Sorry, mate. Got
You're right. That's quite all right. There's
a couple of guys just wanting to know about the live.
our different
feed
hats.
and
They've got to live with that.
yes, that's when you become jacks of all trades that you and I tend to do at those type of events.
Yeah, but we love it.
Well, I wouldn't be anywhere else.
No, I know my dearly beloved at home gets very frustrated. I don't play as much bowls these days as I used to, but I do really love the administration side of things. And you get a certain amount of inner pleasure when you have tournaments like these and everything goes off fairly smoothly.
Yep.
And the other side of the coin, whilst you were manager of the district sides this year, I have never been so proud of our players that we sent down to achieve from where we were in the standings of district sides to get to 4th place overall. So playing off in 1st division was an enormous achievement for a comparatively small regional area.
Yep, mate. It's the boys. You know, I can't speak highly enough of them. They did an excellent job. They worked well as a team. They supported each other, and from a selector.
Nice bowl there from Peter Martin. He's 2 shots to Thuringowa. Sorry, Muddy.
No. From a selector's point of view and from the manager, you couldn't ask for a better bunch of blokes that went down there this year and did what they.
Oh, they played above themselves. Yep. There's no two ways about that.
Extremely well.
The challenge is to keep it going now for next year.
Yep. And of course, every year, as you know, Ron, you get 1 or 2 players that can't play or
that's right,
because of whatever reasons. And even this year, we had some people that
would have walked into the side that were unavailable.
Yep. Some top quality players that would normally be one of the first ones picked. Due to either work commitments, family reasons, whatever the case may be.
Illness, all that sort of stuff.
Could not make it. So,
so now for a small district, and we are a small district in numbers. We're a large district in area, but a small district in numbers.
A good bowl coming in here. If he gets up now, he's going to hit that one. he just needed to be
just
under that.
Unfortunate.
Because he had those 2 bowls to sit and rest there.
We're very proud of the achievements we make in this district.
Yep. And, mate, not bragging, but our district 2 years ago was the only district to beat Gold Coast-Tweed.
That's right. Yep. Which is
so-
no mean feat.
Oh, so for 2 years running, they've only lost 1 game. And proud to say it was to NQ Thunder.
Yeah.
So massive effort for our boys. You know, they can match it with the big boys when they want, and they do want it.
Oh, of course. It's
You know the work that we put in to our players up here, and trying compatibilities and having trials, and again, it's not always easy because you got guys that are a couple of hours away or
working shift
and-
workers,
yep.
all that sort of thing. Yeah. And you know, we're no different in that regard to a lot of other regional districts.
Yeah.
But again, it's an event everybody looks forward to.
Yep.
So Fergie has
He's a
dropped
little
it
bit-
short.
Yeah, he's underdone there.
Doug Nye, that's why I play for the beer. Yeah, good one, Doug. Matt Goldman, the best part of the game, you can be 16 or 96. I agree. I suspect that's in reference to Paul Jacobs when he was on air earlier.
And also the other good thing with lawn bowls is that I've always tried to promote, we're a sport that there is no discrimination.
No discrimination, that's right. And
If you're,
you can be a disability,
yep, you could
disability
have
player.
one arm, you could have one leg, you could be half blind, hard of hearing,
all that sort of
whatever, you can still play bowls.
Right.
Unfortunately,
Big bowl
some
here from
sports,
Steve.
It's a great bowl.
Just
He's
ran.
just
It's a bit hard
know.
to say.
boys are having a look.
Fergie's calling
Yep.
it one down, so it was a great bowl from
By
Steve.
yeah, would have been definitely 2 down. So,
Yep.
But as I said, Ron, it is one of those games that no matter if you do have any disability whatsoever, and then when you do get to an age of bad back, bad knees, there's always obviously the bowling arm to help you out. Yeah, the dreaded bowls arm. But listen, it keeps people playing sport.
Exactly, and
I think that's, at the end of the day,
that's a positive.
instead of people just sitting at home vegetating,
Yeah, that's
they can
right.
still play. And I mean, you can't.
It's a proven fact. If you can
Yeah.
keep yourself active in the older years of your life, and bowls is an outlet that you can do that, it enhances your quality of life.
Yep. And it's just good
as
to
a
catch
junior,
up with you. It's good to catch up with your mates, have a beer or soft drink
soft
or
drink,
whatever.
Yep.
You've got companionship. He picked the
Great
kitty up.
bowl there.
He's just
Unlucky.
Sliced it back.
He sliced it back to Peter.
Back to that shot. It was shot already because Gary set their bowl. So THURINGOWA holding 1. Yeah, and for juniors that come on board, again, we have plenty of experienced people that are more than willing to help any junior. So any club you want to go to in our district, we really do encourage
Yep.
juniors to come on board. Most clubs have got coaches or people with responsibilities, blue cards, that can take children under their wing, give them some demos. Each club's got bowls they can lend kids to start with.
That's right. Yep.
And
we have 2 state juniors in our district this
yes,
year.
we certainly do.
With young Jack Hayward and Ashlyn Johnson,
Yes.
both in the under 18 junior squad.
There's a 3 to THURINGOWA.
THURINGOWA, which is
Really blowing
it
their
out
score.
now. Which
Yep. Well, for THURINGOWA, I mean, a great margin.
it gives them a good start. Yes. it gives them
and they have the bye next game, so walk away today with 1 win plus a healthy margin.
could be anything up. There's not 2 ends to play. It
Yep.
could finish up 30 or so plus margin. Yes, well, I started playing bowls when I was 17, Muddy.
Yep.
I must admit I took a break there for about 4 years. Didn't play. At the time I started playing bowls, I was still playing high-quality volleyball and Australian rules.
Great start by Jimmy Seymour
Yes,
again.
brilliant start. Yep, he's been the glue there this morning.
Yeah, he definitely has. He has led very, very well. I'm sure he'll be a tough competitor to play against when he's playing other teams.
Yep. He's a very determined bowler too.
Yeah, he
Jimmy.
is, Jimmy. Yeah,
He very self-critical.
Yep. He'll let you know when he plays a bad bowl or a bad game.
Yep.
He's not one of those that's afraid to say, well, no, I played terrible or I played well, or he gives an honest opinion of himself.
Yep. Yeah, so getting back to the district representation or the state representation, you know, for a small district or small population district of bowls, we're doing very well at the moment.
Yep.
Doing extremely well.
As you said, we have 2 juniors. We've got Justin in the open side.
In the squad, yep.
Yes, in the squad.
And Steve Motton in the squad.
Squad of 45 to
40 to 59s, yep. And we will see those players in action over the weekend.
Yes, certainly will. Most clubs get a game on the TV rink. It doesn't always happen with the draw that everybody gets a game.
Well, it becomes impossible unless we start rigging the draw.
Yeah, and
I, for one, am never going to be party to that.
There's a team. There's actually 2 teams. They get 2 games on the live stream.
Yeah, well,
But again, that's the way of the draw.
draw comes out. Yep.
Some people get it once, and unfortunately, someone doesn't get it at all. But that's, as we said, in a perfect world, we'd love everyone to get a game, but it just can't always happen.
Well, the only way you'd ever do that would be have 2 TV rinks. And,
Yeah.
I don't think Gold Coast Media are about to go down that path.
No,
The boss is sitting beside me here, and she's shaking her head vigorously.
If you could see the setup that we have in front of us with the screens, all the audio, the computers,
It's brilliant.
It's a credit to Robbie and his team that 1 minute there's nothing here, and then there's just this setup that it
takes a lot of setting up. I was watching this morning,
Yep.
and I think it took you over 3 hours, didn't it, this morning? Yeah.
Robbie, you need a camera in here to show everyone.
Robbie's not here at the moment.
Yeah, he's down there.
Oh,
I can see him.
he's sitting there scratching his head.
He's scratching his head. I can see him in the mirror of that computer thingy he's got there, and
saying, what are those 2 morons talking about?
Because your setup, mate, it's fantastic. I've seen it at, obviously when you're at, well, I've seen you at district sides, I've seen you at THURINGOWA, and your setup is just phenomenal.
Okay, Terry Hocking is wanting to know who's on the TV rink next game. Muddy, you can tell us that.
The next game is, Terry, your old stomping ground.
Bowen versus Guru.
Bowen versus Guru.
That should be a good game, actually.
Yep. We have the Bowen team of Jason Wright, Mitchell Wright, Wayne Crowhurst and Gus Munro. And the Guru team, Glenn Hamilton, Brad Garner, Jürgen Jenke and Jeff Garner. Father and son playing together.
Right, now we have, it's a bit hard to tell, there's a leg in the way, but I think Thuringowa is holding shot there.
Ron, I've just been handed some scorecards from, again, our green next door.
You're going to tell me the Dunn Cup gremlin is struck already?
No. Wangaratta played Brandon.
Yep.
Over on Rink 7, Brandon 22, Wangaratta 15.
Okay.
So,
father and son there
yes,
too.
Gary Pearce and Chris Pearce just won the
NQ pairs.
North Queensland Open pairs, men's pairs. So,
right.
yep, great effort there. And as you say, another team with a father and son. So, and I also have a card here. Guru played Magnetic Island, who we were just talking about Guru on the TV Rink next game. Guru 25, Magnetic Island 17.
Ooh, that's almost a gremlin effort.
So Guru, that's
the Minnows.
Yeah,
the Minnows got up over Magnetic Island. Now Magnetic Island this year won the red pennant, second division pennant, and have been promoted to first division pennant next year. So that's a huge achievement for Guru.
Yes.
And especially when you consider that Guru is one of the only 2 grass greens we have in the district, and a very small membership. And they really struggle down there. They're in the middle of the sugarcane area.
Yep, and again, most of their members all work
Or
in
work
the mill
or farming.
some of them own farms or work on farms for cutting cane. And Ron, while I'm talking to you, I can see now Jubilee playing McNaid. The score is 16 all on 19 ends. So,
Did you let the gremlin out of the bag this morning when you came?
no, mate. I as we know, that's Dunn Cup.
That is Dunn Cup. Yes.
Again,
one would think if McNaid get up on that game, it will fire Guru up to the extent that I would hate to be playing against them in the next game.
oh, Jubilee, man, yes.
Yes. they will come out firing on all cylinders. Right. Steve, nice bowl there. They could be holding 2 shots here, buddy. Yeah.
Yep. 2 down, yep.
Did he? Was it 2 or was it 3? No, it's only 2.
Only 2, I think.
Okay, let's close the gap a little bit. So it's now 36-9. After 20 ends, final end coming up. Interesting, we haven't had an end killed on this rink so far this morning.
No, we haven't, which is unusual.
And while we're at it, a big shout out again to our sponsors. The City of Townsville Council, Multicom, computer people, J-Cell, electrical instrumentation, TK, Power and Air, Glencarroll Painting, Jubilee Bowls Club, North Queensland District Men's Bowls Association, and a naming rights sponsor, Banter Travel. And we do very gratefully thank those sponsors because they make our life so much easier.
As we said.
Okay, Christine, no, the defending winners from Alligator Creek playing. Is the defending winners from Alligator Creek? They are not defending because they didn't win last year. Jubilee won last year at Alligator Creek, but yes, it is Mr. Cooper's team. I don't think Gary Cooper is playing as skip though.
I'll have a look at the program. No, their skip is Michael Parafasini.
Michael Parafasini is their skip.
Gary Cooper second, Gary Cooper third, Greg Duncan is second, and I think the young fella's name is it Taron Ketchup. He's only a young fella.
That's Gary's grandson, I believe.
Yes,
isn't it?
yeah. So no, they don't play against Jubilee because they're in two different sections.
That's right. But Jubilee are the current defenders of the title at the moment. Alligator Creek were last year, but didn't make their finals. Thuringowa could be one down here. It's a bit hard to tell. Depends how far back that bowl is. Although, Steve sort of indicated.
He thought he was holding, didn't he?
I think
pretty sure.
I think he thought he was holding. I think he said just beat that for second. Peter Martin paying his first bowl.
Again, Peter's been around the mark most ends.
Yeah.
He's not far off here. He just might cut the head, but that's going
I
to
would
sit
say
in
that.
there. And
I'd say that'd be close to shot. But hey, at my age, I'm not that good a judge.
well, Gary's having a look. No indication.
No indication at all.
This bowl here coming now has to be shot.
You would think so.
Okay, that's
Again,
definitely one down.
definitely no indication from Gary whether it was one down or two
Gary,
down.
no, Gary just put up 2 fingers. So
Okay, so it's two down.
Yep. Peter's got good grass
Good
here.
grass. It's depending on his weight.
He's
He's gone through. But he's gone through to a happy home. It's nice to see the shadows on the green though.
Yes. Well, we got through the first game, and it depends which way you look around.
Yeah.
You can see some sunshine over one area, and
Looking over the Mount Stewart area, I can't see any joy over there.
no, but it's been like that all morning. So
But our weather seems to have been coming in from the sea the last couple of days. So that'll be three down, I would think, for Thuringowa. Collinsville holding 3 shots. Fergie's a bit wide. Greg's a little bit heavy, but okay, he hasn't done any damage. Again, he's finished up in a very handy position there.
mate, you can hear the silence coming from the back green there. It's very intense with the game between
Jubilee and McNaid.
Jubilee and McNaid. It's,
There's no talking going on at the moment. Well, there's talking going on, but it's very much a pressure game. It's Fergie has sat there. I don't think he's got the shot. He might have second shot. Gary's indicating only one down, so that cut a couple out.
as you say, the normally Dunn Cup, there's yelling and screaming and cheering. And
I think you'll find that'll start coming in this afternoon.
yeah, maybe a couple of liquid refreshments for lunch.
Yep.
Settle the nerves now. The first game's under your belt and gone, whether you've won or lost.
That's right.
Okay, so Jubilee just got a 1. So Jubilee is 1 in front, last end.
Okay. I did have a quick chat to Michael, who's playing for McNaid, when I had the break a little while ago, and he was bemoaning the fact that the number of times they were holding 2, 3, 4, and Keller, or Justin, with his last bowl was nailing it.
Well, that's what Justin does, doesn't
That's
he?
right.
He's,
Yep.
You don't get to his level or to his quality of bowls unless you put in the work that he does.
Yep. That's
I mean,
right.
you being a state selector, you would know that Justin's a north-south player. He's now in that open squad.
The open squad. That's
to
right.
to be looked at. He's played juniors before too, didn't
Yep. He was a junior. He was an under 25
under
test
25
player.
Yep. So he has the runs on the board, and we're probably I think we're very lucky to have him in our district.
Oh, we are. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
It would-
the floodgates would open up if he ever decided to move to Brisbane, Sunshine Coast, Gold Coast.
well, he has been offered
Yeah, I'm sure.
positions down
be-
there, but I think he's very family orientated.
Yeah, he has himself a very nice young lady.
Young lady, yep. And he's
Um,
got himself a pretty handy sort of job.
Yep. And as you say, here with his brother and
It's
mum
another
and
one
dad.
for Collinsville
Yep.
going in there. Yes, it'd be a big step for Justin to
pack up and
back
leave.
up and leave.
What's Gary got here for his last bowl?
Well, Gary should be
Yeah, Gary is
running at it, and
yeah,
he's played an
he's-
absolute Joe Cocker.
Well, Gary, that's not what you want to finish on the TV rank.
No, anyway,
1,
we'll forgive him.
2.
We might have to take the mickey out of him when we go inside.
Jimmy Seymour has done that the entire game.
Yep.
We will instruct the next, whoever's on the TV rank next,
We will make sure that they know
Robbie, we will
where the
tell
camera
them.
is.
Guru and Bowen,
Bowen.
we will make sure. So that should be, 36-12, a win to Thuringowa.
Gower.
A good margin there, 24 shots. So
Very handy margin to start the day off.
that's correct.
Well, as I say, they've got the bye next game, so
Yep.
they've got
They've done what they needed
what they had to do this morning.
for today's game.
Yep.
Get a win. Sit back now, watch some bowls this afternoon. There you go. Robbie's just turned the camera around. I mean, that's the tent that Robbie's in.
I'm glad you've got the screen up in front of us, Robbie, so we can't be seen.
Yep. And you can see all the screens, the wires, everything that he has. The camera setup that he's got on the side.
The clubhouse down the end of the
Yep.
rink.
This is the TV rink, what Jubilee's done in the middle of their green. Oh, sorry, not the middle. It's almost down on the ditch side. But
Yeah, so it's the rink itself was roughly
Yep.
about what would normally be 1.5.
yeah,
So we only have the one real ditch rink here all weekend, and that's over on number 2 green.
and it is rink number 2. But it's
green number rink number 2.
It's nearly half a rink in from the ditch.
Yeah.
So
It's interesting to hear what the players have got to say when they come off, because
Yeah,
we'll
look-
get an honest appraisal from them.
yep,
The fact that Jubilee is playing on that rink this morning, I assume we'll get a very honest assessment. And again, before we sign off for the lunch break, a huge thank you to our sponsors, NQDMBA, Jubilee Bowls Club, Townsville City Council, Multicom Computers, Glen Carroll Painting, JSOL Electrical Instrumentation, TK Power and Air, and of course our naming sponsors, Gallivanter. We thank you all and appreciate your efforts.
yep. Couldn't have said that better.
Okay, Muddy, thank you for watching this morning. Thank you, Muddy, for being here and helping us out. Robbie, well done. Kept us on the straight and narrow most of the time. And we will be back. We'll have to have a look at the program for the next game on here, because there's still some games going on the rink on the green behind us.
Yeah, there's
But
2.
we'll be back shortly.
Yep.
Possibly half an hour, 3/4 of an hour.
Thanks, Ron.
Thank you very much, and
did
catch
a-
you this afternoon.
Yeah, did a great job, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Townsville, North Queensland is the perfect place to live, invest, work and play. Townsville is Australia's largest garrison city, the events hub of Northern Australia, home to major industry and a bustling global port. Townsville has a diverse economy boasting world-class expertise in tropical health and sustainability, with major tertiary hospitals, universities and research facilities. Your next opportunity awaits. This is Townsville.